basis that you either defeats you or you rise above the challenge, or it's kind of loveless to begin with and you guys just decide to live some kind of weird platonic life out.
Well, common foes are definitely a bonding point for humans. That's part of why the big machine tends to always find us somebody to hate that isn't the people that we should be hating.
I need other people in here now because I need opinions.
Hey, get over here!
Get over here!
We're looking for your input.
Sure, we've been waiting for you.
Here's Whitney.
What?
Fucking late. She's late.
Dude, so we were just having an interesting conversation.
It was.
I have acknowledged, or I shouldn't say acknowledge. I've noticed that in relationships, you have two situations for long-term successful relationships. You have the couples that face some dramatic hurdle that would have destroyed most couples, but somehow they healed and got beyond it. Whatever major crisis this might be that led them to year 50, right? Or you lost connection along the way somewhere and you ended up becoming platonic life mates and somehow make it to the end. Oh, thanks, Scorpio. It was yesterday, but thank you so much. But yeah, so we were talking about that, and I was just like, man, you know, because even the ones that you look at, like, have been together for 50 years. At year 17, dude cheated and had a 2-year-long affair, but somehow they moved beyond it, and they have a deeper connection now before it. And I was just telling him, I always noticed that. And you know what I think the difference between devastation and the relationship blowing up, never to recover, and them moving on and healing through it and being stronger and better for it? You know what I think the difference is? I told you.
Empathy. Understanding. On one person's part more than the other.
I feel like it's a story leading up. So, like, some people will just, like, fall out of love and just fuck around. Those relationships obviously blow up from the crisis. But then I think others have a story of, like, you know, something traumatic happened in their lives. Right, it made them spiral. They went off the deep end, made a horrible mistake, came back, healed from it. They've all forgiven. We move forward. You know, shit like that. And it's like the level of unconditional love or whatever that floats around it. I just was saying kind of like, I'm pretty sure that's it. That's the difference between a success and, like, you know, 80 on the porch and 80 in your 5th marriage. I think that's the difference.
That guy Ethan might show up. What?
Hey, Sandra. What? Oh, Ethan might show up.
Yep.
So
and Sandra also said happy belated birthday to you.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. When I get chatting, I do not pay attention to the comments enough. And then it's lost into the abyss. Confirmation. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, how's everyone doing tonight? I'm sorry. We were just chatting before we got on here, and that's what we were somehow wandered upon.
Right to work. I'm just kidding.
Put us right to work.
I don't know why.
We're doing really good, Sandra.
These chops right now for some reason.
Whitney, I got irritation. Something is under your skin. Something is unsettling at the moment to you, and I feel like it needs to be. Whatever is irritating you is supposed to irritate you, and it's irritating you to motivate you to change something, to come out of your comfort zone, to, like, stand up and speak on it. I'm not exactly, yeah, I'm getting that.
It's signals. Yeah. Whatever's bothering you is a sign. That's what I see. Whatever's rubbing you the wrong way is doing it for a reason.
Kiddos in the tub and I'm hanging out. What's under your skin? Okay, so you got to think bigger picture. Emotionally, what's been irritating you over the past 24 hours? What's been on your mind, hun? That's what you got to think.
Sandora.
Now I got to sit here and figure out what's bothering me.
Oh, this is what we did it. I didn't do it.
Is it perhaps the book? Is it the book that's getting under your skin? Because I really think that might have something to do with that.
Nice moldavite rings.
Hey, what's up, beautiful disaster? Oh, Amy. That's Amy. I forgot. That's Amy. This is Amy, so you know who's who. Who's who?
Oh, that's who followed me.
Priscilla. Hey,
I thought she
girlfriend.
looked familiar.
Now you know.
Priscilla.
Privacy. You're keeping secrets, and they're saying it's time to let the secrets out of the bag, girl. They're saying no more hiding in the dark.
Did you see Tori yet? What have we got for Amy?
Interesting.
Wait, are we pulling for Amy or Priscilla?
That was Priscilla.
Okay,
Mothman,
what's up, bro? No, this is Patrick. Shut up, Mothman.
Nope. The book hasn't been on your mind? Okay, has the boyfriend
Priscilla.
thing been irritating?
Priscilla. I see separation.
Hey, Donnie.
I see separation. You gotta let some old shit go. You gotta let some old shit go, then you're gonna get over, like, all these humps. Like, a lot of people don't realize, like, dead weight is literally just that. It just slows you down.
Ooh, interesting, Wit. Interesting.
It might not be Tori. It might just be that they wanted her to, like, literally exercise and becoming available to fucking somebody new.
She goes, yes. The separation thing and the privacy thing, I wonder if that has something to do with, like, speaking your truth so you can.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I gotta cut it out. I'm animated tonight and I apologize. Why don't you think you're supposed to see Tori? What does that mean? Yep, I think he was supposed to have me figure out what I wanted. Ooh.
I was gonna say, I feel like Tori might have been an exercise, because if he's right there in front of her every day and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, just poof.
Not gonna lie, yeah. Sounds...
But in a sense, like, they wanted you out there looking, though. They just kind of wanted to show you, I think, like, that's, like, what you're supposed to be doing. Like, this is your intent, is if you're trying to find somebody, you have to look for them.
Should Autumn... So, Autumn is talking about... Remember how she got the job, and it was the more pay for the dispatch? But then she also had the EMT job that she wanted, but it was less pay? Well, she ended up getting both jobs.
Oh, shit.
She started the dispatch one already.
I remember that,
but the EMT one's offering, and she's, like, intrigued by it because of the growth opportunities, even though it's less money. So she's wondering which was better. So, should she do dispatch? Just ask yes or no, and then ask yes or no if she should do the other job, the EMT.
I don't think she's supposed to dispatch. That's pretty fat.
EMT?
EMTs. I think so. It gave me a no, yes, no for the EMT. Hold on.
But it also gave a no, no, no for the dispatch.
Right. I think in a weird sense, it's kind of like, okay, my coin doesn't really seem to ever like asking, in a sense, like redundant questions. And I'm not saying it's redundant, but I feel like you kind of already know the answers.
She does. She wants to
so
go
like,
to the
you know
EMT
what you
job.
want to do, and I think they're saying go ahead. Like, yeah. Like, do what you want to do. And especially because after you explain that this job doesn't really have, like, many opportunities for you to step back into the field, and you know that's what you want to do, I think this isn't a bad time necessarily to backpedal.
I agree. Amy, let's get you a car. I want to get you a car, girlfriend. I got attentiveness. Right now, you really need to pay attention. I feel like there's something in your life that requires a lot of attention, actually. And I feel like they're saying, address all your mindful energy to the situation that's at the top of your priority list right now. Because I feel like the more you pay attention, the more you're going to find an opportunity to move through this situation. Because I feel like this feels like a situation you maybe are stuck on a little bit. So if you, like, sit there and focus on what you're stuck on, or pay attention to it, or be more mindful of it, you're all of a sudden going to realize, like, something, some kind of, like, nook or cranny that had been overlooked. And it's going to give you some kind of opportunity to solve the problem you find yourself in. Ka-chow. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of just it. Like, you're supposed to be knocked off your square right now. I have self in reverse. And with that, a lot of times it's kind of saying, like, it's kind of taking you outside of your normal, like, mode of operandi, like, your normal MO. And the reason is because they want you to, like, try something a little bit different, in a sense, just to kind of feel it out. So, like, in a weird way, like, even though you might not be feeling like yourself right now, it's not exactly a bad thing.
Yes. Oh, Sally sounds fun.
Iris, I do think Brendan's still at work, too.
Sandra, I got loyalty for you, home slice. I feel like it's time to be true to you. Time to be loyal to you. And you're not all the time. I feel like you're a very caring person who puts a lot of people ahead of herself. And I feel like right now it's a sense of loyalty to your goals. Don't lose focus. And don't give them up for other people.
Yeah, and I do see joy in reverse for you, Sandra, so a lot of times that's saying, like, even though you might not always feel, like, 100% in a sense, like, happy, there are always still the smaller things in life to kind of enjoy. Try to find those little bits of light to kind of, you know, brighten up your day, per se.
Yes, and Annexus, thank you for the follow. I'm not sure if that's how you say your screen name, but thank you. Sunshine. Oh, I got 2 cards for you. I've got privacy and perception. Keep your opinions to yourself right now. Keep looking at the situation until you see all angles before you open your mouth. I feel like there's something here about, like, maybe speaking too soon, putting your foot in your mouth kind of moment. And I feel like they're just asking you to kind of, yeah, just bite your tongue before you decide you're going to say what you're going to say.
Well, and I see signals, so in a weird sense, given kind of what she's breaking off there, I think the next piece that's coming with it is kind of like read the room. You know what I mean? Like in a weird sense, but I really do think that's what they mean. Like if you feel like you want to pop off and shit, like remember, you're in an elementary school.
Oh my god, you killed me dead.
You're not allowed to say these words.
I love it.
So be careful.
Be careful. Salad. Sally the salad. Honesty is the best policy. I feel like there's something about
being real. Salad.
You're like hiding. You don't want people to know certain things of your life right now, and so you're like holding back. And I feel like because of this hiding energy, it almost feels like you're living in this like
fugue state.
Glass house, you know? And they're saying like let it like just air your dirty laundry, like let it out, whatever you're doing in your life, however you're living it, it's fine. It's perfect. It's great because it's your life. And if they have a fucking opinion about it, they can keep it to themselves. But either way, they're just saying like be in a more authentic, open kind of energy. Priscilla, I got you. 44 in the room. Oh my god, 44.
Boom, boom. And for Salad, I do see partnership though. A new union's in play, but it might not necessarily be a person. Could be like just that. Like you finally just kind of step into being okay with however the fuck shit's going, because fuck it, it's not up to you anyways.
Amen.
Boom.
Boom.
I said it.
All right, Priscilla for the mini, for the fruit salad. If you send that gift goal, you get this little mini, just so you know. Priscilla. We are unhappy in and around our current home life. What am I trying to say? I was literally going to say presentation. I don't know why. But anyways, you're not content with the way things are going on in and around your personal life, your home life. But they're saying you're not stuck either. It's almost like you're choosing to sit there because you really want to be sure before moving forward. But they're saying you're already sure. You already know. Change is uncomfortable. Yes, but the change is here and it is time. I know you are burdened. You're worried, which is what's holding you essentially from walking away from the situation or choosing to unstuck yourself. Is just you're lacking a little overall faith on your ability or capability rather to get through it all, to get to the other side. And they're saying, babe, why you doubting yourself, boo? You're amazing. Victory and success is yours. You're just getting held up on one of the roadblocks at the moment. There's like, you know, a few detours to victory, and this is not a stop. It's just a detour, a route around, you know? And they're saying you got to keep going, though. You got to push forth. Push forth.
Yeah, I was going to say, weirdly, though, I'm getting kind of a, like, overall statement, almost like now is not exactly the time. Like, instead of fighting, try thinking, for some reason. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Because I have the warrior, but then I have disruption on your part. So there's a change that you need to make. And then I have breakthrough. So I think kind of weirdly what they're saying is, like, yeah, you've been fighting the good fight. But at the same time, like, have you tried maybe, like, waiting and, like, thinking a little bit? So, like, they want you to kind of, like, try to readjust your mind state or, like, what you're looking for. Not even what you're looking for, but, like, I want to say it's like a mind state. Like, they want you to readjust your mind state. Maybe you're not giving yourself enough credit for something.
Get clear about what it is you're looking for. I feel like you do know, but you keep doubting yourself. But anyways, I've got waiting and thinking makes sense. You want to be sure before you move forward, that's for sure. Who was I pulling this for? Bree. That's what I was pulling it for.
Who's Bree?
Curiosity. It killed the cat, but it will not kill you. You're supposed to look further into something. Yeah. There's definitely, like, you're already kind of curious about the subject, and they're saying, look further. There's a reason why you're curious. There's a reason why you're intrigued right now. It's not paranoia. It's something you should look into.
And I have Gateway, which is weirdly just kind of a big fat confirmation for that. There's a big decision looming on the horizon, but they want you to make sure you're thinking clearly and thinking very directly about it before you, like, move forward.
Lynn, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the tippity taps, too. I see you guys liking the live up there. I appreciate it.
6-6. Scorpio.
I just shuffled and pulled, and what do I get? Curiosity. But I feel like for you, it's a little different. I feel like you're getting paranoid and curious about all the people around you, and they're saying, cut it out. Yeah, some of them are real threats. No, that's a lie. Some of them are real paranoia, but not a real threat. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, your suspicions are right, but who the fuck cares? It's kind of more like that energy. We're a little paranoid about the things or the people and all the chatter around us, and they're saying, shut up, stop it. We need to focus on what we're doing, because right now the reason they're all watching and chattering and you're all paranoid is because they're watching you.
Yeah, you're giving them something to look at.
But no, you're not. You're not giving them anything to look at.
Waiting for something
you need to give them something to look at. You need to show them what you're made of. You know what I'm saying? Stop being so paranoid and put that energy to use for you. I have that same problem. I get it.
I do have initiation in reverse, though.
That's right.
Which is one reason why, like, I kind of brought it to the curve that I did a second ago, because I do feel like at the same time, they do want you to act in a sense differently. Like, give them something to talk about, but at the same time, don't act on this paranoia, though.
No.
Like, let it drive you, don't let it trigger you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yes.
Yes. Get it, girl.
Hey, Mariah.
You better than them. Fuck the haters.
You better. Were they saying I need to stop hiding my breakup? I've not been very public about it. Oh, well,
I was kind of curious about that. Like, that's kind of part of being real with, like, even yourself. Like, acceptance.
If that's what came to... No, that's okay. If that's what came to your like, to the top of your head when I said that, then that's definitely probably what the fuck it is.
I mean, in a weird sense, if you're allowing people around you to think that you two are still together in hopes that you two will still be together, in a weird sense, you are protecting your relationship with a lie.
Wait. Yeah.
And not to sound too mean or anything, you know, Sally, I always raking you through the coals and shit, but...
It's totally... I know why you're doing it. It's because if he changes his mind...
You don't have to explain it.
You don't have to explain much. Right, exactly. But the reality is we're living our life and it's now moving forward in this direction, and that's that, you know? And, like, they want you to not necessarily, like, blast that shit out, but they want you to not be ashamed of it. They want you to see that this is not, like, your shortcomings. This is just life. Beginnings, endings. That's what it's all about. You're born, and then you die.
Point A, point B.
Yep. And everything else in between is all that. Smaller increments of that. So I feel like they're saying there's nothing to be ashamed of. And they want you to be more public about it so you don't feel ashamed anymore about it. So you just, you know, feel more confident in life and, like, you know, you're like everyone else that also goes through very similar things.
And for all you know, weirdly, for some reason I feel pulled to tell you this, like, there might be a knight in shining armor in the waiting. And you walking around acting like you're not available is making you unavailable.
Oh, shit. Maybe that's why you need to be more public about dropping... I think he's right. Dude, I got Linda up next, and I've got Calmness.
Linda.
It's time to take a big-ass chill pill. And I feel like... I'm feeling like on the exterior, for the most part, you seem pretty calm. But... on the inside, there's a lot going on, and they're saying, chill, 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 chill. Most of the things that you're worried about right now, not that they're not real, but they're going to work out just fine, and they're not going to be any kind of long-term hindrance, and so they're just saying, like, to be more aware of that, to be more present for that.
I think I'm kind of...
to understand it's not 100%.
No,
yeah, it's not 100% as crazy as you think it is.
Yeah, I do see possessions in reverse, though. So, like, in this aspect, like, you might feel like you could be, in a sense, losing something, but sometimes not all loss is bad. So, like, there could be, like, a release in play here on this, and they kind of want you to do that. So, like, I don't know if maybe this possessions is kind of more like they want you to, I don't know. There's a little bit more to it. Maybe get a reading. Maybe we could dig more into it. But I almost feel like they're saying, like, don't be so hungry, and I don't mean that in a weird way.
It's funny, because their question was, am I going to get a boyfriend? Right ahead of it.
Sorry.
If you want, Linda, we do like readings. They're at the top of the TikTok page. You can check it out. The list is open if you want to get on. We got a whole bunch of stuff that you can look into. Ka-chow.
Sorry, my guys are rude. So
anything that Iris needs to hear for today. Hey, so close. Iris, you've got growth. I feel like life has been stressful and putting pressure on you. I was going to say under you. On you. Pressure on you. But I feel like this is all ultimately to help you grow. To help you learn some difficulties so you can grow some strength through it. So you can be more powerful. Less, you know, I always think about, like, all the emotional damage that I have received through my life has made it so it's like virtually impossible to hurt my feelings. Like,
Godsmack wrote a song called Bulletproof.
You as another human, like, it's almost impossible. Like, nothing you could say would, like, literally affect me, really. And I say really because, like, generally that's true. There are some particularly close people to me that could say something and it would hurt me. Only because I care about how they feel.
I was going to say, I feel like that's only information-based. Like, I think I could say fucked up shit to you and you'd be like, why are you saying that? But if I, like, gave you some fucked up info, then that could hurt you. I could kind of see. You know what I mean?
That's fair. But
so, like, I think, like,
my point is,
worthless.
yeah. My point is, though, I feel like all the things that you've been going through are, like, kind of strengthening you in that way. Yep. So you're more confident in who you are, and it doesn't really matter what anybody says or does. Nobody's going to knock you down.
Steel gets stronger the more you put it in the fire.
Hey.
But I do see wholeness coming through all of this. So, like, in that regard, I feel like this is kind of more also of a pat on the back. It's like how you're feeling in a sense, like, good about not, you know, blowing this guy up or not, like, kind of riding his ass. That's kind of what they want. Like, they want you to feel that power. Like, that's also an independence for you, though. You're not just giving him a break. You're giving yourself a break. Mm-hmm. Because, in a sense, initiating too much contact, we can all kind of get looped up at times where, like, all of a sudden now we're talking a bit too much, and now this person might have expectations that we don't exactly want to fully fulfill, because once the excitement's over, it's hard to just constantly sit there and talk to somebody when all of a sudden they feel like that's just how you do it. All of a sudden, so if that stops, that could send mixed signals.
Yeah.
So I'd say ride in this energy, though, like how you're feeling, like this wholeness, this, like, in a sense, confidence, like, it's a good place to be.
Exactly. Smiles, are you wondering about the readings? Like a relationship reading? Is that what you're wondering for the explaining for the universal hit? Pacow. Start close. What do we need to hear? I've got invisibility. What are you hiding from right now?
Us?
There's something you're hiding from in your universe, and they're saying you need to come out from beneath the curtains.
Get out of the bushes.
Get out of the bushes. Why do I feel... Yeah, you feel stuck on a situation, so you're just kind of like hiding back, laying low. And they're saying you shouldn't necessarily be doing this right now. It's not about like making a big splash either. I want to be clear about that. It's just about like moving forward. There's something about like hesitation here. Are we talking to Steven? What are you doing? And I love that you still come here, even if you are doing naughty things. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you let me yell at you.
Steven. Good.
No, not Steven? Okay, good.
I do have partnership, though. So, curious. Whose bushes are you in? It's not ours. Where are you? No, I'm just kidding. In the partnership, though, I think, honestly, you might be kind of, like, seeing things in a different light at this point. So, like, even if all that shit that Steven's been stirring up, even if that all blows up, I think, in a sense, like, you still know there's opportunities or possibilities out there in the world.
I just was dirty. I'm sorry. She said, whose bushes are you in? I pointed to me. I've been smoking. Oh, maybe that's why they feel like you're hiding. It's because they want you to come out and try to speak to Michael. Billy, I got you a card, and it's release. There's something in your universe right now that's really bogging you down, and they're asking you to let it go. I feel like it's sort of like an expectation or a need or a want, like something you're going after is what it feels like. And they're saying let it go in the sense that don't let that goal go, but let go of the forcing it to happen, because it's going to happen, but you have to like let it unfold as it will, as it shall. And I feel like it's like, we're anxious about it happening, so we're pushing it faster, and they're saying cut it out. Release that fear,
The funny thing is I think you're kind of scared for no reason, though, because I have gateway in reverse. So a lot of times that means you've kind of already crossed the threshold.
They're saying that's coming.
It's coming. So, like, weirdly enough, like, you might already kind of be aware of what you want to do or where you're headed.
Oh, his sayings are great. When he was, like, ending things with... Well, not ending things, but, like, trying to get some closure with his ex. He said he was cashing in his chips.
I speak a lot in analogy.
I was like, man, you left that so open. He's like, I was so clear. I said I was cashing in.
That means we're done. Right? Apparently
What?
not. I don't know. Every dude I have talked to about that,
crazy.
they're like, yeah, dude, message received.
That's because you guys communicate your analogies together. Oh my god, it's wild.
I was like, yeah, fine, me too. Fuck you, goodbye.
I love it.
Like, yep, have a nice life, champ. And that's it. It's over.
Autumn.
Cashing out.
Cashing out. Autumn, I got perception. There's something in your life. I don't think this is about your career, FYI, but there's something in your life that you're being pretty stubborn or one-sided on. You feel like you're definitely right. Like on the right side of the track when it comes to this situation, but you're not 100% innocent in it. And I feel like they're saying you need to look at like all the different angles, how it might have impacted or affected things around you, because like there's something you're missing here that they want you to see.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, I have possessions in reverse, so in a weird way, I'm kind of getting like this ringing message to like look at your shit.
What are you doing?
I don't know what that means, but
It's outside of
stuff
career.
in general. Like, I mean, you know, that's really kind of it, though. Like, I feel like any type of loss that you could be feeling, in a sense, like, make sure you're checking your trail. Look behind you real quick. Are you leaving breadcrumbs or are you leaving rubble?
I meant to say notice our close. I'm sorry, that was in the rant. I just said it when you.
What?
Anyway, I said no in the middle of you talking, and I just wanted to clarify that was for so close.
That's funny. I didn't even notice.
I know. I can clearly see that.
Whoa. Yep. I meant business.
Thanks for the rose. Rebecca, thank you for the gift.
No, I didn't get the coffee. I forgot the coffee this morning.
He forgot the coffee. It's okay, though.
I was all mad. I got distracted and I went on a side quest.
Beautiful Nightmare for the mini. But what does Beautiful Nightmare need to hear for that? A little mini skadoodle. All right. What do we need to hear in and around the fruit salad?
Cha-bam.
Girl, Beautiful Nightmare. Okay, so I feel like we're in a loop. A cycle of doom. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, that sounded so doomy. Anyways, I feel like it can feel like that though, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's this current situation where you don't feel like everything's going the way that you would like in or around your personal life, your home life. This could be in a relationship, but just something's not exactly right. And I feel like ultimately your ships have come in. You've manifested this and your intuition's telling you that, but you feel off balance. Something is making you feel restricted. And I feel like it's because you're holding on to some trauma. Honestly, I feel like there's this energy that's saying that you're not as stuck as you think you are. Everything you want is kind of here. We're just getting a little insecure and it's getting the better of us. And I feel like it's holding us back. Our fear, our worry, our anxiety, what have you. I feel like opportunity, though, to move forward is here. I mean, it really is. You manifested this opportunity of growth into your life. I feel like intuitively you know that. In a weird way, you know you kind of asked for this path. But like I said, again, it is definitely making you feel out of balance. A little out of balance. Does that make sense, babe?
I do say.
Thanks for the follow, Michaela.
Everything's in reverse right now, though.
Yeah, a little confused.
I have defense in reverse, harvest in reverse, and signals in reverse. So weirdly, it's kind of like they want you to let your guard down because you're wasting your time and you're not exactly paying attention to the signs. So weirdly, like they want you to drop your walls because something is trying to like send you signals. Like I don't know if you've been ignoring gut feelings. I don't know if you've been blatantly ignoring red flags that are right in front of your eyes. Either way, they want you to know like whatever it is that you're like kind of pushing off is trying to help you forward. So try to see if you can't like kind of tap into whatever the hell that is. Because weirdly, like I said, there's definitely big warnings of wasting time and not seeing signs. So be careful out there.
You be careful.
Just admiring. I thought it was a circus. The red flag.
I don't know if you saw that, but type the jazz will like help you see that. The about the second chance. Tammy Ray, thanks for the follow, man.
Sweet.
Comment your name, you guys, if you'd like a free card. If you want yes or no questions, you can subscribe up above. And if you would like in-depth readings, at the top of our TikTok page, there's a black and gold TikTok that'll tell you all the different readings that are available. Confirmation. Okay, Adam. Ta. I think you mean Tammy. Okay, Tammy. I've got wisdom, girlfriend. Right now they're saying you've lived a long, eventful life that has created a lot of opportunities to learn, to gain knowledge, and see it in real time, which really translates into wisdom. And you've got a lot of it. And I feel like ultimately this puts you in a position that really kind of rises above the rest because you can navigate through life better than they can because you're more experienced in it than they are. And they're saying this is no small gift. Don't underutilize or underestimate the capabilities of what that'll give you, man.
I do see a point of healing, though. So it's almost kind of like you just walked out of a shitstorm. And they're saying, like, sit down for a minute. Try to relax. Like, a lot of times you feel like you're kind of bleeding out. Doesn't mean you're dying. And they just kind of want to let you, like, you know, mend those wounds.
Yes. Michaela and Smiles, or Steph, I should say. That would be like a relationship reading. If you just want a card for yourself, you can comment your name, okay? Michaela. I've got rebirth, girlfriend. We're going through big-ass shifts, transformations. I feel like some of this might be uncomfortable, but this is a brand new beginning. One that you want. One that you've asked for. So, like, lean into it.
I do see joy. So I think that's just a big, fat confirmation. Is whatever this new rebirth is going to, like, really kind of lift your spirits. It's going to embolden you. I think it's going to motivate you forward, and that's just it. Like, be ready for it and allow yourself to be happy for it, I would say. Like, don't sit there and look a gift horse in the mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. All right, Adam, girlfriend, I got you for a career jazz.
Autumn's in a tizzy.
We're looking. She wants to know.
She said separated from her husband this week.
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that,
I'm so
Michaela.
hurt. I'm so sorry. Adam jazz career. Okay, so we're looking into Adam's career with the EMT and if they're going to give her the opportunity and if it's going to work out and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull a timeline read for this.
I was going to say, and also if you want, if you're still second guessing, I do have a decision guidance read that I just started too.
Then do that one for her for this.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That'll tie in then. Nifty. What a fun day.
Yeah.
It was toxic here on toxic, and I've been doing shadow work and feel better for it. The shadow work, really, I don't know. I revel in that shit. I don't know why.
It's helpful.
I love sitting around depressed and brooding.
Stop it.
In a weird, not in a bad way necessarily.
This guy literally can't help but walk around with a smile on his face. His depressed and brooding is like he gets mildly quiet on those days. Oh my god, you're so ridiculous. Ask her. I'm so depressed, so brooding. I have to be like, you're not okay. What's wrong? It's like, no, I'm fine. Everything's great. I'm like,
When I'm alone, that's when I brood.
Typical Leo.
I brood when no one's looking. Mm-hmm. No one's allowed to see the king down on his luck.
This is definitely, I feel like, the direction you need to go in the beginning, in the middle of your reading is the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like it's exactly what you're looking for career-wise. But there will be a bit of a journey through the, transition, I guess. I feel like ultimately you overcame a lot in your current career choices. But after getting settled in, you realize it's just not, you learned some good things though. And it helped you get more serious about your future that you're building. And it kind of inspired thinking that didn't occur previous to being in this position. So weirdly, had a lot of benefit. Your current timing, I feel like you finally are pointing in the right direction. You're ready. You're like gung-ho, let's go. You're ready to put in the work and the effort. And I feel like the universe is going to help support you in that and create a firm foundation. They're saying you need to love yourself more and cut yourself more, not even more slack. I mean, you do need to cut yourself more slack, but like you need to give yourself more credit is really what I'm hearing. I feel like there's this sense of like self that you do have. Like you have this like kind of like, oh yeah, I'm great in these areas. But then you have this like section of like consideration for character traits of like lack, like, oh, this isn't that great about me. But it's funny because some of these qualities are like some of your standout qualities and you don't think they're that desirable. It's this weird energy of like downplaying some of your better qualities. I don't know what that's about, but you should look into that because I feel like you have a lot of crazy capabilities and a lot of, you know, gifts and potential here that could be spread, and you need to stop underestimating yourself. So that's where we're at kind of right now. Moving forward, I feel like the opportunity that you want is going to come. You're going to get a little overwhelmed, feel kind of vulnerable. Oh my God, there's a lot of changes, especially with the income that you were mentioning. But ultimately, you're going to take that leap of faith. You're going to be vulnerable, and it's going to pay off. And I think you're really going to enjoy it. You're going to find like that you find your community. There will be moments, though, where you're kind of like second guessing yourself. Don't. You've committed to this path. Just do it. There will always be what ifs in the world. What you have to focus on is what you're fucking doing, not what if, you know, whatever. Just do this. This is the choice you committed to. And life is long. And it gives you many opportunities to do many things. You already tried the dispatch thing, so you already know. There is no what if anymore. You know how you feel about that. That's not your dream job. So what if we try something different now? And I feel like you're going to, and it's going to be great. But honestly, you're going to question it a lot. Don't. The grass is not always greener on this other side. And I feel like there will be tough times that make you waffle around there. But ultimately, it looks really good. It looks very good. It's definitely what you should do.
Yep. I definitely see kind of the same thing. So, here's how this one works, though. This is a fun one. So, like, this is kind of a decision guidance, and they call it the fork because it's like, here's one outcome. So, if you stay, this is your outcome. If you go, this is your outcome. And this over here is kind of like the overall intent of this, or in a sense, not intense. Sorry, this is kind of like the overall, like in your space. So if you stay where you're at right now, it's kind of like rough road ahead, but also that's not exactly your path. I have journey. Oh, damn post. I have journey in reverse. So like, I feel like yeah, that's pretty much it. And you already know this too. Now, if you go, I see initiation in reverse. So I almost am saying like that's kind of like they're saying like, why haven't you already? In a way, like maybe, and you know, maybe somewhere in the beginning, we got our lines crossed and we went down a road like, 'cause you know what they say, like Biggie even said it himself, like more money, more problems. You know what I mean?
More money.
But I think overall, there's already a decision that has been made. Like you already do know what you want to do. You're already kind of ready for the implications that brings along. So like over this, I'm thinking and saying like, try to go with your gut. Give it a shot, I'd say.
Yeah. It looks great, girl. I got the world. I was like, should she take? I got the fucking world. I mean, I think it's 100% where you need to go. I think this all happened for a very deliberate reason. And even like you were saying, like that we told you to go to dispatch before to get perspective. That's funny. That's exactly what it gave you.
Supposed to give you a taste of what it's like. Like sometimes, you know, it was even like me. Like going into management isn't always great, and dispatch kind of like the same vibe. Like sometimes more money isn't what you're looking for.
And you're always a wanderer. So like if you got into the EMT and had these struggles that they say you're going to have that are coming up, you would wonder so hard and second guess yourself into the dispatch position. So it's almost like you had to work it a little bit first to know that's not it. You know, so you don't go back. Yeah, they're gonna give you a second chance. I think most certainly.
I think I'm pretty confident.
Yeah, that's definitely why they made you do that.
And even if it's not them, I would say like this is kind of a nudge to look again in that field though. So like even if you got to go to a different company or directly to a hospital, whatever it might be, like I think that they're saying like don't give up on the EMT aspect. It's not exactly necessarily this specific position, but I think they're just kind of saying like you know what you want to do now, you know, time to put the steps into place. Like you tried it, you didn't like it, the water's cold, get out the pool, you know.
The water's cool. That's funny. Get out of here. It's good to hear. I wrote this huge email to them explaining about what happened in my brain. Oh my god, I love you. You're great.
I would almost say well, I guess if you already did, might as well go with it. I was gonna say, I don't know.
I think that's good.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm weird. I leave too much to the ether, so I don't want to say that necessarily. Because there are times I let fate do its job and then it fucks me over.
You know, like every day has like an energy about it, you know, based on the day of the week and the numerology and all that kind of shit. I was kind of looking it up to see what today was, but I don't know if there's like, is there something on Google that translates that for you? I mean, I guess the astrology, but I don't want to know the astrology. I want to know, do you know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know what I'm talking about right now? Like when you, so like, for example, like Fridays are good for money or something, you know, but also like 8s are good for money. So you'd want to wait until like an 8 on a Friday, you know what I mean? So like it could be the 17th on a Friday, and then you've got a supercharged day to do money spells. Do you know? Oh, okay, we do know what I'm talking about.
It's Friday the 13th.
Is there a website that tells you what every day is great for? Because somebody, and if not, is there an app for that? And if not, is there somebody in here that can create apps and like get designing with me? Because I feel like that would be such a sweet fucking spiritual witchy fucking app like tool to like just know what days, like plot out like, okay, I want to do these spells on these days. And I want to charge these crystals under this sunlight on this day because of this. I need to write a book.
Bologna says there is a book.
There is a book. Where? I was literally just
you could make your own though. I mean, almost like a day planner, but like a witch's day planner.
I'm telling you.
Why do I feel like that's what the book is called?
That's what it needs to be.
I feel like that's what the book
I
is
need
called.
to make a calendar, like a planner that you could purchase, and every fucking day it tells you what's best that day, what's going on. Oh my god, that would be.
You could even go super in depth and have it go according to sign. Like you could tie in the astrological aspects of each.
This is patented. Don't take it. I'm just kidding.
Well,
there's a planner already. I need this.
There's
Or maybe I need to create my own. Maybe that's why I'm getting this. Is because I just
your own
need
version
to.
of it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because I do feel differently than a lot of people do about certain things. Will my next job be the same place?
I think same place, different position does sound...
We keep telling you this, girlfriend.
Yeah, because I got yes, no, yes. So, like... Yeah. I don't think it's a different place, though. It might feel different, though.
Ansley, let's see.
Reading? This one says...
Ansley, let's see what's up. Let's see which reading would be beneficial. General, yes. Apparently not the favorite, though. Why do I cough exactly when I say that? Excuse me. Relationship, no. Regular jazz, no. Relationship jazz, yes. The week ahead, no. Past life, no. Gypsy Witch, no. The Gypsy Witch couple, yes. The spiritual journey, yes. The alignment, yes. The chakra, yes. The extended jazz, yes. The love boat, yes. And the love canoe, yes. So the strongest ones are the extended jazz and the love boat. The love boat and the extended jazz are both major arcana.
She said her husband just split his face open and she's scared. That could be relevant to what she might
Oh
do.
my god.
That's who you were talking to, right? Was Ansley?
Yes. Okay. So if you're worried about like where he's at and where you guys are at, I would say lean love boat. If you're wondering like how this is going to impact your overall life, I would say lean extended jazz. Mm-hmm. And I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No stitches.
We were just literally
super bruised. Woof.
Oh. Oh no. Man, life is always so crazy. The extended jazz is 50.
Later, Sandra. Have a good night.
Bye, Sandra. You're so welcome. Goodbye. Man. The universe is just doling it out lately. Ugh.
I feel like Baloney's a shapeshifter because she's always here in different names.
She is. She is.
She's a name shifter.
Shamanic channel.
Sometimes it's spiritual leader.
This is a new one. I haven't... Oh, no, she's spiritual leader. It just says something else in her name. So, like, I come up as a high sage, but when I'm in somebody else's room, it comes up to them as Ashley E. Andrews, so they can see, like, my actual name rather than my screen name. I need to change mine back to Iris. I miss that way. I did like that.
You gotta put a big capital FB in front of it.
I channeled for the book today. Be amazed. Oh, shit. Girlfriend.
Who'd you talk to?
Look at you go. I need to start channeling more
We should
with you
more.
so I can, like, get it up to par so I can be on here with you guys.
Mm-hmm. And we should work on our
crazy.
Mediumship.
It's crazy.
Our channeling and our mediumship.
Well, the mediumship's available. We can do that whenever.
I mean, but we could work on it more just in general.
What's channeling? So channeling is when, like, another entity or
sorry.
a
Did we get
spiritual
Kristen's
being...
mini?
No, I didn't know Kristen
I
had a
did.
mini.
Yeah, that's what I wrote the K down for.
I am
Sorry.
so sorry,
Is she still here?
Kristen. Let me get your mini. Yeah, she's right there.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
That was you that sent the fruit salad,
sometimes.
right, Kristen?
So certain people can channel, like, dead people. Other people can channel spiritual, like, guides. Other people can channel, like, terrestrial spiritual beings that are, like, floating in our solar system and teleporting into you. So there's, like, and you can channel, like, deities and, like, different things like that. So, like, you can channel a lot of stuff. But channeling is essentially, or trance channeling, is essentially when you, like, calm yourself down, hand your body or your vessel on over to whatever you're allowing to channel you, and then they kind of take over and speak through you. This is why sometimes when you watch people channel, their, like, voices will change, or their, like, aneurysms or their body movements will all of a sudden change.
It is. Even like you sometimes, when you channel, like, it doesn't sound like her talking.
It's weird.
It really doesn't. But the funniest thing is, though, is it still kind of sounds like her at the same time. I don't know how to explain it.
It's, like, obviously coming out of the person's mouth, but, like, when you watch people channel, like, look it up on YouTube. When you watch people channel, you'll notice, like fakers, to me, like, I can tell almost instantly.
It sounds like robots.
It just doesn't sound right. It doesn't look right either. And then, like, other people you see channel and, like, something changes. Like, all of a sudden, they're like them, and then they're not. You know? Even though it still sounds kind of like them, it looks clearly like them. But, like, there's just, like, humans have, like, how do I say this? Like a code of, like, the kinds of hand gestures they do, the way they move their body, even the way they speak, you know, just the phrasing they put together, or the way they enunciate, or, you know, their accent, all of it. It's uniquely tied into them, right? But, like, when they channel, all that shit goes out the door, and it's clearly not an act, because you can't just take on a lifetime of character traits that you've never done before, or even if you have done before, that doesn't happen overnight, but it does when you channel. It just happens literally instantly. Like, you're now no longer you, really. And it's funny, because when I channel, I'm still very there, but it feels like a drunk night, you know? Like, you know the party, because you were there. But it's kind of, like, foggy. I almost wonder if this is why they call all spirits, is because that's what it feels like. When I'm, like, channeling, is it feels like I'm kind of drunk, I'm a little disoriented, I'm a little out of control. Like, that's what kind of feels like, for me at least, personally. So it's kind of interesting. But I can, like, vaguely recall what's being discussed, if that makes sense. And I definitely am in control to the point where if I want to stop it, I can stop it. So it's kind of, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Channeling is super cool, though. It's super neat. Your eyes have fucking changed? Jesus Christ, Tony. All right, Kristen, I'm so sorry.
I get told my eyes change when I'm losing
I got
my shit
distracted.
on somebody. I'm going to call that channeling. Sorry.
He gets those googly eyes.
The googly eyes.
Just kidding.
Wild. They just changed to a different blue, I guess.
Yeah, we both have that. Blue mood ring thing going on.
Facts.
Kristen, lately we've been feeling uninspired, but we've realized this, and we've been making sacrifices along the way to try to move through it. I feel like you haven't slowed down, nor will you, and I like that Like that persistence. I feel like even though you're unhappy, you're trusting your gut and you're going through the processes. And I feel like amazing. Good on you. I feel like you've learned the deeper emotional lesson. You've learned to pick and choose your battles. You've learned to trust yourself and your instincts and follow them even when it feels kind of shitty. So like, good for you. That's what I feel like.
I see partnership, joy in reverse, and self, though. So I do feel like you're going to... Interesting. So, like, in this, like, you're going to find a way to find the light in the small things. Like, really appreciate the little subtleties that kind of keep the day moving, you know, in a sense, in a good direction. And that's important because they're saying at times, like, you might feel kind of knocked back a little bit.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Keep going, baby.
And when you do, like, those are, like, weirdly empowering moments. Or at times it could be small lessons. It could also be, like, diversions. Like, maybe, like, in a sense, something slowing you down could save you from, like, getting hit by a bus. So, like, maybe stopping and tying your shoe. Stop you from being that 2 steps ahead that you would have been as, you know, who knows. So, to kind of take it as you will.
Take it as you will. Sorry, Ansley. I just thought. I apologize. God damn it, Iris. Get me off topic. Get me all distractible. You know how I am at night. Taking advantage. I'm just kidding. Alright, Ansley for the extended jazz. Let's see.
Taking advantage.
I don't know.
That's wild.
Advantage. Alright. What do we need to hear in and around Miss Ansley? What's going on in and around you? I feel like this is a rough learning lesson that has definitely knocked us off our tilt. But it's also provoked some kind of, or sparked some kind of transformation that's definitely, well, it definitely is necessary. No battles. I've been fasting all day.
Oh, so wait, what?
Yeah, totally.
What are we reading for Ansley?
So I'm doing the extended jazz, which is where we cover love, career, family, home life, mornings, and blessings. So 6 categories.
Okay.
Wait, 5 categories.
5?
Yep.
Okay.
So love, career, family, mornings, blessings. 5. And the monkey made it 7 minutes. Sweet.
Love, career, family, warnings, and blessings.
Yep.
Boom. Got it. Sup, monkey?
So in the middle of your reading, I've got the devil in reverse, which to me just says life has been full of effing obstacles. However, you're overcoming them. You're overcoming all of them, and it's been rough. And it will be a journey. Oof. This is something to help free you guys. Okay, I'm just gonna start at the beginning. I like to get ahead of myself when I see the whole story, lay it out, and I need to chill. Man. It's like when I buy somebody a birthday gift, I like have to give it to them 10 weeks before their birthday if it shows up then.
We could always go back and forth, like step for each one.
Yeah, for sure. So, love life. I feel like we have been thrusted out of our comfort zone in some kind of situation, which I think we all know. But they're saying this is very divinely led. This is divine timing. This is always gonna happen. I feel like you are very supported too. Like nothing horrible is gonna happen. I know you're lacking confidence in the overall situation, but sooner than you think, you're going to see a weird victory in this. You're going to be actually weirdly grateful for this, and it's going to help you shed a lot of the past that you guys were weirdly hanging on to. We were just talking about this walking into the live tonight, about how trauma bonding is fucking real. You know, like when you guys go through great struggles together, oh wow, does it intensify your relationship and your connection and your bond and all that great stuff. Your advice during this time is just to really, really hold true to your intuition and to trust yourself. What you got for love?
Initiation, which is kind of a big fat confirmation there, I think. But in that, they're saying, like, if you're kind of feeling it, do it. You know, like, they want you to kind of feel more, like, not just initiative, but, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not motivation either. It's kind of like when you're happy to do something, so you just do it. In a way. So, like, with the initiation, they're saying, like, if you feel like you're going to do something that's going to kind of make, like, your counterpart or whatever it is you're trying to, achieve, in a sense, better or happier, it's also going to feed you. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Equal weight to the scale.
Yeah. It feels good.
Yeah,
honestly,
I feel like make
overall.
moves on what brings you light is kind of like what it's saying in your love aspects.
Your career is interesting. Your career is you've manifested a lot of great opportunity. I feel like you're really happy overall. You're letting go of the intrusive thoughts. You're not getting involved in drama or whatever. But there is something you're biting your tongue on and you're worried about. I feel like when it comes to your career or something you're holding back with maybe. But either way, I feel like whatever this is that we're worried about, it's already done and over with. And they're saying it's just forward from here on out. And it's funny because your advice is acceptance. So whatever the situation is, to accept it. Wait, you said passionate. Passionate question mark. What do you mean passionate?
I think she means on the initiation aspect. Like, are we looking for more energy, more passion?
More energy, more passion.
Indeed, though.
I mean, always.
Yeah. What's that?
Puzzle.
Puzzle pieces.
The puzzle piece. So yeah. So I feel like accepting, what's done is done and just moving forward. This is something with your career, though. So it's interesting. Like maybe lost time. I don't feel like I'm qualified for the job I do. Yeah, they're saying you already got it, though, babe. What are you doing? Cut her out. Oh, that's funny.
Weirdly, I see wholeness, and that's kind of what they want you to find there. Like, I think you are qualified. I think at times you might feel in a little bit over your head, but, like, at the same time, like, you're capable. Like, they're like, give yourself some credit, yo. Like, you can't do it unless you back you up. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Oh, come on, Ainsley.
I feel like you 100% fight for your patients. And you need to recognize that, and that's exactly what adequate care is.
Yep.
You giving a shit.
If your job is care, do that. Your job isn't to be in business. You would have went to business school. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair, yeah. Yeah, you're right where you're supposed to be. I mean, I've got the magician and the sun. Like, you manifested this beautiful, happy opportunity. Accept it.
They want you to feel good there, that's for sure.
Did you say you're ready for career? Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the wholeness aspect.
Oh, yeah.
I do want her to feel, like, aligned there because, like, she is doing what she's supposed to be doing there. Yes. Sorry, I was hiding for a second.
No, you're fine.
Anticipating speaking.
Your family and personal life. This is where it's interesting.
I agree.
I feel like you're very stable and you're very secure, and your intuition knows that, but you're doubting it because of all the events that have occurred. It's making your whole personal life feel like it's being thrown upside down. They're saying ultimately you're going to overcome these obstacles. It's just not the way you imagined, but they are saying you will be happy and satisfied with the initial, like the end outcome. Where you get to, you're going to be really happy with. You're going to be satisfied with. It's just not what you imagined playing out. It's just not how you imagined it all playing out. But truly, you are going to overcome these obstacles. Your advice is just to understand that you're really protected. As I said in the beginning with your love life, like, this is divinely led, and your life in general is very divinely led. So, like, trust you're very protected right now, and they're watching you and got your back.
That is interesting, though, because I have protection in reverse. Which is wild. So, maybe, though, the protection in reverse, in a sense, could be also saying that you
don't feel protected.
Right. Like, you might be feeling unsafe or unsure in these travels here. And in that light, like, they kind of say, like, even if you do feel unsafe, take your time then. Pace yourself, but don't just stop. Like, movement is the rival of death. That's what they say. And
just because the universe is an asshole does not mean you're not safe.
Right.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm good in with my dad now, and I'm good with my husband, but they aren't good with each other. Oh, that can be so
so maybe that's where you kind of feel unsafe, is trying to mend that gap.
I feel like this feud will end soon enough. Maybe the situation will help end that, actually.
Could. I mean, and also, if they both love you, they'll figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
For you. They will, in the long run. You just gotta be patient and try not to mix in, I would say.
Yeah.
you know, stay out of it as much as you can and be supportive to both. It sounds silly, but that is your best bet.
Your warnings. Okay, so moving forward, especially with the situation with your husband, something about lacking passion or intimacy during this time. You're going to be very stoic, very motherly, nurturing, that kind of stuff, and protecting your emperor. But I feel like there may be like a feeling of pause or stagnancy or something, you know, a little like holding on to kind of some fears and stuff that went down and some insecurities. And so there's probably going to be like a little bit of a rough patch that you're going to have to work through that's associated with all of this. But your advice is just to have compassion, have an open heart, which I feel like you're going to do. And just know that this is just like a period of time that you're going to get through.
Well, and one thing is too, is like, I don't know if you need to protect them from each other. Like, it sounds dumb, and this is real as hell, so like, just don't in a sense take it as an insult, because it's not. But like, if they're gonna act like boys, let them fucking act like boys. They're gonna get scuffed up, they're gonna get a little roughed up. You're there to like maybe help mend after, but like, your job isn't to protect them from each other. They need to figure that shit out on their own. They do. I don't mean to sound too harsh, I know they're your favorite people, but that's just kind of, you know, Shiloh's tough talk for the day. And the funny thing is, I have standstill, which is ironic because she did mention, in a sense, a period of like stagnancy, and I think that might be it. But it's like saying during that period, though, utilize that for perception. Like, if you're stuck, why not look around? You know, make sure you're starting to take everything in. Look for patterns, and even if that isn't, you know, instead of protection, try to be a little bit more tactful. So like, say if you notice a pattern, notice every time your dad does something, all of a sudden it sets off your man. So talk to your man about that. Hey, I noticed every time this happens, you know, like, why don't you just try to, like, you know, fuck it. But then at the same time, talk to your dad and be like, hey man, every time you do this, this happens. Like, why don't we like try to figure out a different way? So instead of like working protection, maybe like your job, especially being that they both love you and being that you are the central focus in their relationship because you're the only reason they have one, they need to like be willing to be flexible for you. That's what they need to start looking at. And I think your standstill, you being stuck, like, it might be just the time for you to figure out how to say that and also how to like put it to work.
Mm-hmm.
But I think getting in the middle, it's like a dog fight. You do not want to get in the middle. Sorry, didn't mean to rant, but that was a big one.
Amen. In the way of your blessings, I feel like passion and inspiration are going to come in, but both of you motherfuckers are coming in at it a little off. I feel like you're not picking up on all the signals and all the signs, which is making you feel a little less than, you know, empowered. And like I said in your warnings, there's this little bit of a disconnect threat in your relationship. But they're saying in your blessings, this disadvantage is ultimately what's going to free yourself and bring you closer together. And it's because you've both been imbalanced in different ways, you know, feminine and masculine ways. We've come at it wrong. And I feel like all the events that have transpired are ultimately helping you refuel your passion for life, for each other, in a lot of different ways. And I feel like despite you both being down and out, you're like facing each other. Can you see your faces? You're like looking at each other passionately. And this is a spiritual, you know, union when I'm seeing the pairing like this. I also have the King and Queen of Pentacles upright. So to me, this means you have a lot of solid, rock solid stability in your material world, but in your more metaphysical, spiritual world, and your passionate side, the intimate side of life, I feel like we're not as connected as need be. And I feel like this is because both of us are maybe coming up a little shy on the end when it comes to this side of life. And I feel like ultimately everything that's occurring as of late is to trigger this side of you because it's been lacking and both of you feel like it's lacking and you want a closer connection, you want a deeper connection. Well, sister, you got it, because this is ultimately, like I said, freeing you from the restrictions that you had from with each other and yourselves independently, and bringing you big time wish fulfillment where you finally understand that, babe, you're the star, and together, wow, you know, dynamite. And your advice is loyalty. There's not only an intense loyalty that you have for him, but him for you. And to know that. I
see partnership in the love aspect. So I think a lot of this stuff's really going to solidify that. kind of in a weird way, depending on how you go forward with it, every move you make is going to just really help reinforce your guys' partnership and union. And weirdly, I think this love isn't even just a relationship, considering like your dad is also involved. So like in a weird sense, like I feel like this could become like a familial like union. And with, you know, like I mean like in a sense everybody getting along, like peace overall
I was
in
like,
the
that's
long
weird.
run.
What do you mean by that?
Right, like not like everybody come together in a relationship. That's weird. But anyways, but I mean like, but you know, a functioning in a sense family. This is your dad, and this is, you know, your life partner. So in order for you guys to all be happy, there's going to have to be a functionality in the long run. But I do see that.
You are the shiz, girl. You're literally the shiz. And I know you don't feel like the shiz, and it's because, man, the universe be fucking us up. It literally be fucking our asses up. And I feel like it's really making us see ourselves in a light that none of us really want to see that shit. But it's necessary. It's making us stronger. It's making us lean into our weaknesses so we can see what the fuck they are and evolve through them. And I feel like that is no exception for you and for your relationship. Honestly, your life looks really good. It looks like it's working out for the better. I feel like, yes, this is a challenging time for you, but like it's all kind of lining up. And I mean, like, you were lacking in some areas, like you sitting there at night being like, I wish, you know, I could have more of this in my life. Well, honey, here it is. You can get more now.
Ethan showed up.
Ethan.
Ethan from my life.
Get it.
We've been chasing each other around. So I was gonna say we could Shanghai, but Ethan, I think there might have been fate that you've had to wait because we have bonus Sage along with us. So the fun thing is, if I remember, it was the universe. So like that's kind of like an advanced mini, I would say. Yeah. Plus you've been patient. So the cool thing is,
Ansley. Can I finish this one really quick?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was cutting you off.
No worries. Ansley, do you have any questions or anything before we let you go?
Sorry, Ansley. Didn't mean to hijack your reading.
I do it to myself all the time on accident.
Our ADHDs do not always compliment each other.
I don't even compliment ourselves half the time. Let's be real. Let's be real.
The look on your face when you said it.
The best I can hope is smile and be like, sorry, and hope you just think we're cute or something. Is rowing gonna heal okay?
I think so. Wait a minute, did your dad do that?
No way. That's not what happened, right?
Did your dad punch him in the face? I might be thinking drastically. I watch a lot of action movies, I'm sorry.
He got in a lot of fights with his dad. Did Harrison delete my B-Day post or hurt me?
Oh, yeah, that's out there.
What? He was wondering if your dad hit.
Yeah, I was thinking over dramatically. It was kind of like a send-back. And also, she's like, him and his dad used to fight a lot. And we did. So, like, to me, it seems commonplace, but it's probably not the case.
I think it's more so to advertise single, less to hurt you. Like, he's not trying to hurt you. He's just trying to advertise single.
Oh, shit. Did you hear what I was talking about?
Good Lord, no.
Okay. I didn't think so. I'm sorry. Like I said, that's definitely...
that's funny.
Yeah. Different strokes, different folks, etc.
Kayla, thanks for the follow. Oh my God,
I forget how not normal shit like that is. So I just talk about it like, yeah, I mean, on Tuesday, like, didn't you and your dad, like, throw bones? Like, come on, what's up? It wouldn't be weird. All right.
Oh, heavens, no.
Can I hijack your life?
Yeah, Ethan. Ethan is up a dizzle.
All right, Ethan, are you paying attention, my dude? Drama lol. Facts, though. Facts, Tony.
I got the Emperor in reverse. Oh no, what's wrong, Ethan?
Ethan, tell me you are here, man. It has been a journey to try to get this pulled off.
Ethan.
We need confirmation.
Did he leave already?
I can't tell.
I was like, that was so fast.
Get out of here, dude.
Oh, I'm having doubts about the future.
Okay, sorry. I was like, no way, it can't be this hard.
Alright, so for gifts, we just do like spirit guided, whatever lands in your lap, whatever you need to hear most will come out, basically. So, overall energy. My heart hurts already. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like we're lacking inspiration. Lately, it's been a lot of conflicts and a lot of issues that we've been working our way through. A lot of past baggage. I feel like that's been surfacing. And I feel like we don't feel heard or understand or like we're able to get our truth out fully. There's something about a misunderstanding here. They're saying you're not as stuck as you think. Your emotions are getting the better of you and you're holding yourself back, which is creating the misfortune and the bad luck that you're running into. I don't want to say what I want to say.
You have to.
He told me not to pull punches anymore, but I don't want to punch. I just want you to... This really feels like victim mentality. And I say that in the kindest of ways. I just feel like somebody victimized your ass, you know? Somebody fucking traumatized you. And it's hard for you to move on. It's hard for you to move past. But the reality is now we're just becoming a victim. Is that really what we want to be? Is that what we really want to be? Or do we want to be, a fighter? We're going to stand up and do something about it, And I feel like we're just falling victim to being a victim, maybe. And not that it's not for no reason. It's definitely for a reason. But they're just encouraging you to not let them, have that satisfaction.
Yeah, try not to look at it that way.
Don't let them have the satisfaction. I'm in the military and I'm getting deployed this month. Oh, shit.
And I'm wondering if maybe that's kind of it. I know a lot of guys in the military have a hard time right before deployment because they're like, well, these motherfuckers, they keep fucking doing this. They keep sending this out. And I'm wondering if that's kind of the energy. Maybe that's kind of what's feeding that victim mind state is you almost feel like you just got home. I don't know if that's the case, but... I know a lot of times my cousins struggled with that all the time.
Well, not only that, but just the impending doom of getting shipped out. Probably not feeling very inspired about it, Not feeling very stable. Understandably. They're saying, though, are you leaving somebody behind, too? Are you in a relationship? Is that what's really crushing you? Or just leaving behind the life in general? Oh!
He's in a relationship.
I am in a relationship. Yeah. I feel like that looks like it's hard on you. Might even be impacting your life now in unanticipated or unwanted ways. Oof.
I can see that.
This is a rough one. Because it's not like I don't understand, because I do, but I just feel like I said before, it's rightfully so, you're in this energy. And I just hate it when people hurt because I don't want them to hurt. But the reality is this is the commitment we've made, I guess. Yeah, I do have candles to help calm your anxieties. What do you got?
Sorry. The way you looked at me was like, help!
I want to give you a hug, Ethan.
The cool thing is, Ethan, usually my reads are kind of hard love. But this one's really it's kind of like a pep talk, man. It's I see a lot of encouragement here, and this is kind of cool. So right now, what I'm doing right now is a light path, but it's a light version of a light path. So usually I do 2 runes per spot, but this is kind of a quick, little clip notes. So right now they kind of want you to stand still, look around you, check your surroundings, In a sense, be happy that right now you are home. Make the best of it, while you're here. Really, really feed the positivity that you have for this time because it's important. I also do feel like coming soon, you're going to let go of a lot of this old shit. You're going to kind of you're going to see past the anxiety. You're going to see past, and you're going to kind of in a sense, really kind of give in to fate. And that's important because sometimes that's all you can do. Mm-hmm. Going forward, it's also going to kind of empower you though. So I think after you do decide to let this shit go, you're going to feel stronger in yourself. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel more in a sense, empowered. That's really what I feel. Funny, going into wholeness. So this stepping into yourself is also going to bring you into alignment. You're going to feel like you're kind of finally doing what you need to be doing. Even though not exactly what you want to be doing, sometimes we all need to do things we don't want to do.
Yeah.
And overall, the intent, like what the universe kind of wants you to learn from this is like you don't always need to go with the flow. So now that might be silly. So like this feeling that you're having now, like I feel like a lot of decisions you've made up to this point might have in a sense been just that. You know, the river's going this way, so am I. You know, the paychecks are coming in, the cash is showing up in the account. What do I got to bitch about? Now you feel like you have something to bitch about. And in a weird sense, like I feel like you've always kind of gone with the flow, and that's what they're trying to teach you now is like, you know, we don't always have to. Sometimes that flow is just heading right down the river, and that's not where we're going. Take it as it resonates.
Sometimes it's going towards a waterfall.
I'm sorry it took so long, Ethan, but I do feel like it was kind of like for a reason. I feel like this kind of double reading might have been a bit of a blessing in disguise. So I hope it helped, man. And thank you for your patience, too, man. You've been really gracious throughout all this. There's a burning fire. Oh, I thought she said in her house. I almost died.
FBI Iris, no!
I was like, fuck. Why are you talking to us?
Get the fire extinguisher.
I thought she was saying there's a fire in my house. I was like, you get out. What are you doing? Like, oh my God, guys.
Feels like it was, and definitely did encourage me a little bit. Oh, good.
Good. I'm glad. It's just, it sounds shitty, but it's even like, even for me, like there were times where, you know, you're like, dude, this parenting thing is really fucking hard. But also it's like, these are the decisions we've made. So like, you know, you lay in your bed, you know, it sucks, but you do. But, you know, most of these hard times, most of these situations where you feel like you're laying in your bed, it's for a good reason. These are learning points. You know, it's a good time to, like, reassess how you do things if you don't like where you're laying. You know what I'm saying?
And I do feel like you're going to be okay, just so you know.
FBI Iris is on the case.
Deployment, I feel like, would be probably pretty scary.
Yeah, definitely.
But I just feel like it's important for you to know that you're going to be okay. I don't see anything bad happening to you, like all that.
So. I see a lot of personal growth in this deployment, but...
Gina, if you want a love reading, they are definitely available. And I would say to find out if you're going to be together, you want the love boat. You want the love boat.
I'm getting better at knowing your readings and what they're for.
Man.
I'm proud of myself.
You're figuring it out.
Figuring it out. What else is going on out there? Why do I feel like Baloney has a story?
She's always got stories.
What'd you do, Baloney?
She's always got stories.
I'm curious.
Where am I going? Where I'm going is the Middle East, and it's a non-combat area, but it's close to several combat areas, yeah.
Well, in a weird way, that might be kind of a cool blessing in disguise, too, because, like, it might, you know, relatively peaceful existence if, you know, fate willing. Something to hinge your bets on.
And most of the people that I know that have been in the military, yes, there are the people that get their trauma and all that. But, like, even the people with the trauma and scars wouldn't give it up. Most of them really appreciate their time and everything they learned and experienced in there. And I know there's a lot that you have to give up and sacrifice for that. But ultimately, I guess the universe put you on this path for a reason. Yeah. And soon enough, you'll figure that out. But you are safe. Everything, you know, you're going to be safe. Everything's okay. I wanted to see today's astrology. Today feels weird, right? Anybody else? No? Just me? Okay, great. Dude,
it was a bit weird, though. You're not wrong. It's the day after a portal date, though.
It's Virgo season. That's why I'm all like, what? And the millions of retrogrades are definitely chalking up. You're so welcome, Ethan. This is really nice meeting you, man.
I'm glad you stuck with it. I didn't want you to think I was avoiding you, because I definitely wasn't.
The astrology is just BS. That's
it was kind of funny. I even brought it up to Ashley. I was like, because part of the problem, Ethan, is I don't understand the gifts so much. So when I saw the universe, I was like, okay, guys, see you later. Thanks for the universe, bro. And then I split, and all of a sudden I talked to Ashley later. I was like, babe,
what was that?
I was like, what's the universe? She's like, oh, that's a good one. I was like, I feel like I should reach out to this guy. But then you reached out to me, so it was kind of cool. I was like, I want you to know I definitely haven't been trying to skip you.
Skip a little bit.
Awesome. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, my goodness. I want to do... Should we do... I want to do
There's
a collective.
We're at 23,000.
I do want to do a collective, but I don't.
There's definitely a collective.
Let's do it. But for what? What do we want to hear collective about? Okay, let's let them vote it out. What do you guys want to hear collective on?
Yeah.
You tell me.
You know what? You guys vote while I use the bathroom. Perfect.
You tell me. I have to pee too.
Salad.
I'll let you go first.
No, you go first. What the hell? It takes me forever.
Ugh.
Every time I use the bathroom, it's like I'm on a road trip.
Anything is game. You guys talk it out. When I come back, I'll see what you guys say.
I'll play ref. You guys fight it out. This is going to be fun. We're going off the rails. Ashley got me an energy drink, guys. Oh, of course. Ethan, just keep an eye out for me, man. I'm always be around. What are our options? I guess take a look at the menu, Iris, and let's see what we can fight for. You're just here, don't care. Baloney! Take it easy, Ethan. I'm glad we met, dude. I'll reach out to you later. Baloney. Somebody help us. We need interaction. We need engagement, guys. Nobody's voting on anything.
What?
They have done nothing.
Nothing? You gotta move for me.
I was trying to take it off the rails, and we didn't. Now they all want love readings. Ugh. No more experiments for me.
No experiments. What did he try to get you to do?
They said love, duh. Fair enough. Who would have thought?
Well, shit. What are our options? Love, duh, love, LOL, light, and dark. Star reading. What's a star reading? Dark reading on our zodiac. Good evening, Kim. We were just discussing what kind of collective you would all like to hear. I hear teenage drama happening in the kitchen. I'm just kidding. It's not drama. I think they're talking about how she's getting to school in the morning. I don't hear much peeing. Oh. I hope not. I know, right? Hey, Rose. I know. I'm like, I want to know what the star reading is. I'm curious about that. Tony Baloney. She probably means zodiacs. Somebody said zodiac. Dark reading? Or a dark love reading? Hello? Can you pull me a card? Mm-hmm. What does Lyric need to hear? Strategy. You need to come up with a plan right now. You're irritated about something and you need to think about your approach. Also, something that's irritating, you need to have some acceptance for as well. Because you're being maybe a little baby back bitch about it.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing?
That's what I need to hear.
Oh, shit, what's she doing?
I can't say it. You're on live. He might hear.
Oh, okay. Okay. He's not in here. There's like 10 ladies hanging out with me and like, well, 8 ladies probably and 2 guys. Oh, I can't see who's in here. Secret.
So, Caleb, some girl like hugged him for an hour because she was excited to see him, and he didn't tell me until like 7 o'clock. And he like told me, and I was like, "You didn't need to tell me that? Like I would have told you right away, you know?" And he was like, "Oh, I didn't think it mattered that much." And then for a second, I was like, "Girl, bye." And then I was like, and then we were fine. And then like 5 minutes later, I was like, "Wait, did you hug her back?" And he goes, "Well, yeah, I felt obligated to." I was like, "If a boy hugged me, I'd push him off of me." And then it kind of like started, not like an argument, but I was like getting frustrated. And he was like, "I didn't want to push her off. I felt bad." I was like, "Are you guys even friends?" He was like, "No." I was like, "Who else did she hug?" And he goes, "Kobe." And I was like, "Did she hug any other guys?" And he goes, "No." I was like, "So she only hugged the 2 guys who have girlfriends." Sounds like a bop. And he was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hug her back." And I was like, "Ugh!" I literally did that and went and sat in the living room with G-Ma.
Yeah. We made it though.
So Gavin and Zen, after me and Caleb talked, he started getting like cocky about it. And so I was like, I need to go hang out with my friends. So they picked me up and we went and got ice cream.
You started getting cocky about it?
Not like cocky, but like, I don't know. He was just like, it's not that big of a deal, you know? And like, after the fact,
It would have been for him, for you. It would have been.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm getting the drama, ladies and gents.
But
I've heard it.
Understandable.
But
But they are saying let go of it.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways, hey girl,
you got back up.
like 5 people joined the room and stayed in it during your chat.
Your tea's entertaining, I told you. This girl be spilling it.
Oh my
I
god.
tune in and I normally don't.
She goes, I would have felt the same way. 2, 3, 4, all on the likes. I love that.
Well, and Caleb definitely would not like it if somebody was hugging her. This is facts. He would expect her to kick him right in the nuts. So next time Caleb needs to kick that lady right in the nuts.
What's going on with the planets? Like, so how each of the planets are impacting us? You want me to do a read on? That's interesting.
Oh. I like where this is going. I'm going to let you guys cook this.
That's interesting. Also, I'm also curious about the Dark Zodiac.
I do really like that they're all like, Shiloh's here. We should do a dark side. I dig that. My vibe
People
is
do
coming
love drama.
across.
People love the drama. I should become more dramatic on here.
You know what that bitch said? Let me tell you. Oh shit. That'd be funny though. Just start
Okay.
displaying your reads like that.
Boat was wanted to get a tarot card tattoo. I've heard each person or zodiac has their own tarot. Yes, this is true. What is your zodiac? Shadows we need to heal. That was my thought, Shy. LOL. I've always wanted. I don't want a card, but I want a card. Oh, the conundrum.
Good lord. There's a lot going on. Did you see when Lyric was talking about Caleb? I was like, get the swords. I wanted you guys to see.
I did see you pointed a sword on the right in the camera? Or were you pointing a
Lily.
sword over there?
That
That was
Lily.
Lily. That was earlier. Oh my god, I can't even keep. What is time? How do I find mine? Virgo. Oh, I'll tell you. You're the hermit. There's a couple other cards too in the deck that consist of you and your energy of Virgo. But the biggest one is the hermit.
So,
Biggest
what
hermit.
collective are we doing then?
Was that your hand?
Confirmation.
I feel like I'm 10 right now. Oh my god, you farted. But it was his fucking hands. What
I
the hell?
can do that on
That
purpose,
was crazy.
but that was not, look.
Oh, that was really crazy. I thought
I
he
used to get in
just
trouble
tooted
for
over
that.
here. I'm literally crying. I'm crying.
The teacher hated it
Dang.
because they couldn't tell who was doing it. Because everybody else was an idiot and they did it like this, so they'd get caught. But I'd be sitting there and in class, I would just...
Gemini's the chariot. Oh my god. That was so funny. I'm literally 10 years old. Okay, anyways. Zodiac Collective. Are we going to do the Planetary Collective or the... Were we doing like dark love reading? Is that what it was between?
Here's what I think. Whatever type of reading they want from you, they can do, and then I'll put a dark spin on it. In a sense. I'm pretty creative in the moment. On the
Let's
whim.
do this then.
Oh, let's just do a fruit salad.
Kimber-
Complicate it all. I'm just kidding.
Kimber, well, we'll do, okay, so this is what I think we should do. I think we should have a little vote on if we should do the planetary influences that are happening on all of us right now. So I do like a read on each of the planets, or, I feel like I'm gonna burp me. That's what we should do.
What's the other or, though?
A love reading collective.
I like the planetary one.
Planetary,
We could do it like you do collective. We could do hearts or planets on the comments.
can I get a dark side mini? Oh shit, okay.
Ooh.
What do we need to hear in the dark side mini? Your truth is known but not 100% told. On the dark side of life, I feel like the reason that you are stuck is merely by choice. You are balanced, you are healed, you are everything and enough and more. But you're lacking confidence in your overall success for your long-term goals. And this is what holds you back. And there's your dark side truth, Minnie. It is.
I have spiritual warrior, partnership, and but signals in reverse, too. So, in a weird sense, like, you've always fought the good fight, which is great. But in a weird sense, it's kind of, at times, pushed you away from, like, alignment. Because sometimes when we're fighting, we don't see the signs. You know what I mean? Like, because you're busy fighting. And I get that. It is hard, but they're also saying, like, try to slow down a little bit in the long run. Because even in the fight, sometimes going slower is helpful. The best offense is a good defense, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Alright, so is it planetary?
I think I want to do the planets.
Yeah, it looks like planetary anyways. I haven't seen anything
planet.
for Dark Love.
Well, Scorpio said love, but
Oh, did she? Sorry, Scorpio.
just one though.
I didn't see it.
I love you, Scorpio. Let's do the planetaries. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna run down all the planets, and we're gonna do a little like energy pull on what the fuck that means for you. Okay. So we'll just go start from top to bottom. Sun is where we'll start. The sun and the impact of the sun. This is a planet of self. So this planet's probably really fucking your shit up. I'm just kidding. Oh. This planet is actually inspiring most of us to step into our confidence right now. The sun right now and the impact that it is having on all of us is to get it together, to realize that you're kind of in control of yourself, that you have made some big wish fulfillment and the path that you want leading to that wish fulfillment for your individual self, your individual journey is here. The only thing holding you back right now is that you don't feel like you're up to par, up to task, like that you're capable of it quite. You know, you're worried that you're not, like, little imposter syndrome-y. Different levels for different people here, but definitely that's the overall. I feel like the sun right now, with the energy that's coming out of it into us, is encouraging us to lay down the burdens and the worries. That big time wish fulfillment is here, and it's up to you to be vulnerable enough in your independent journey to receive all these gains that are coming in.
Oh, I see movement in reverse, journey and breakthrough. So, like, in that aspect with the sun, like, I think it wants us to chill out just a little bit. Like, remember to enjoy the journey. Like, actually make sure you're taking things in. I do see breakthrough as well. So, like, I feel like a lot of us have a tendency to be doing so much that we don't even have time to entertain these great ideas running through our heads. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, I should do this. And then, oh, fuck, there's that. And then it's over. Like, you never think about it again. And I think that's why they want us to slow down a little bit, is because I feel like we're all kind of missing the subtleties that are, like, leading us certain places. Yeah, like the sun. Like, it wants us to look into the light because that's what it do.
Illuminate your path. Okay, the moon. How's the moon impacting us right now? Our emotional realm. All the feels.
Light, spicy, I can handle whatever you can handle.
The feels for the moon sign. I feel like the moon is trying to bring us new perspective on the lies that we tell ourselves. That keep us trapped in our comfort zone. I feel like we cave to simpler pleasures, you know, things that make us feel good in the moment. And I feel like this creates an overall emotional imbalance within you. I feel like there is so much happiness coming into your world right now through this moon energy, but it's up to you to acknowledge the things that you are deliberately doing to prevent yourself from that happiness. I feel like sometimes, you know, like, it's sort of like, how do I explain this? Like, I've chosen to give up Mountain Dew recently, right? So I got the new perspective that I needed to heal and get out of my comfort zone. But I feel like I'm constantly tempted. And I feel like people are going to be tempted. And if you're not in balance with yourself, you might cave. But I feel like ultimately this is trying to get you to see the truth for what you're doing in this situation. I feel like it's sort of like you're using a crutch or something with your feelings. Like there's some kind of tool that you're using to like move beyond issues rather than through them, if that makes sense. And I feel like the moon right now is trying to give you new perspective on that, which I think the moon is like in Sagittarius right now. Am I wrong? No, I'm right. The moon is in Sagittarius right now, which basically says that we need deeper perspective, deeper knowing on the situation right now. No more masking.
I see standstill, separation in reverse, and again, journey in reverse. So weirdly, the moon and the sun actually kind of agree right now. Like, not only do they want you to slow down and pay attention to the signs, like, the moon kind of wants you to stop, like, certain behaviors, in a sense, like certain old habits. So whether or not you just let people push you over, whether or not you tend to push people over, for some reason I'm kind of getting a lot of personal interaction vibes on this one. I see journey in reverse too. So like the moon wants to warn us, like if we're not on our path, we need to fucking stop and check our surroundings before we get too far away from it.
Man.
Take it as a resonance.
Amen. Mercury, the planet of communication. I feel like many of you have the whole fucking world in your hands, but you refuse to get out of your comfort zone. And because of that, I feel like through these changes, you're very unhappy. You're kind of paranoid and caught up in your head in intrusive thinking. And I feel like you're competitive in areas and engaging in drama where you don't need to. And this is creating an overall imbalance and you're not feeling very grounded or stable. Ultimately, all because you're like holding back is what it really feels like. So basically, people are not speaking their mother trucking truths right now. They're not saying how it is they actually feel out of fear for whatever reason, out of consequences, out of, fallout, out of, victimhood or trauma or toxicity. It doesn't really matter. The point is that you're not saying what you need to say and you need to start saying it. And I feel like Mercury is definitely putting us all to the edge so we'll speak our truth.
Mm-hmm. Mercury being, especially with the fact that it's the planet of communication, I see opening, breakthrough, and growth.
Ayo.
Mercury saying they want us to all open up to new ideas. Like, in a sense, especially in this collective, a little bit more, I feel like we're not exactly always the best listeners. And what I mean by that is, like, we don't exactly, like, take in new information always and allow it to kind of maybe mold and kind of, like, change our perspectives at points. And they want us to open up to that. Like, they want us to open up to those breakthroughs because that's where the growth is. So, like, sometimes having just one perspective on something really just leaves you stagnant in that area and will keep you there. Like, there's growth and flexibility. That's kind of what I'm hearing.
Yep. Oh, shit. Okay, Venus, which is all about love and money, fashion, sex, whatever. Love and money.
Venus is hot.
Venus is super hot. Okay, so anyways, I feel like Venus right now is encouraging us to step into our power, but we're afraid to. We're afraid we're not good enough to do that. And so we're struggling a little bit with this. We have some intrusive thoughts that are making things kind of conflicted and complicated, but they're saying you're learning the deeper emotional lessons here when it comes to love and money, so you can come into complete balance with yourself, have the results that you actually want. But I feel like as long as you continue to perpetually focus on unhappiness, you will be unhappy. So it's time to like kind of embrace the change, embrace the love. And it's funny because Venus is all about the love. So if you're too focused on like the negative or the, the drama and the intrusive thoughts and the bullshit, and the insecurities, I feel like you take away all of that power from yourself. So right now, Venus is really encouraging us to step up into like really stand for something, really care about something, give a shit about something. The more passionate we are about it, the more rewarding our life will be because of it. So,
Indeed.
Yeah.
I see fertility, wholeness, and defense. And the cool thing about wholeness and defense is they look kind of the same. So they confuse me constantly.
Hey.
But at the same time, they are a good pair, especially when defense is in reverse. So what I'm kind of hearing from Venus is there's fertility in finding your alignment, but also letting down your guard to do it. So again, I think this is almost kind of more hedging back towards the not listening or stubbornness aspect of things. Like they want us to really like open up to change though. A lot of us really, even if it's just small shit, like we might be making big changes in our life, but they want us to remember the small things too.
Mm-hmm. Mars is in. Mars is the planet of like passion and war, and I feel like there's something that you're walking away from. No, I'm sorry. Rephrase. There's something that you refuse to walk away from because you cannot accept this change. You don't have faith in it. And I feel like once you finally free yourself from this like feeling or these thoughts that are associated with that, you're still ultimately going to realize that you're unhappy because you didn't face the obstacle. You just ignored it. So there's something in your life that you give a great deal of a fuck about, but you've bitten your tongue and pretended like it wasn't a big deal. And just, maybe you did kind of walk away from it energetically, but not physically, you know what I mean? And like, this shit is going to get the better of you if you don't acknowledge it first. I feel like if you leave it up to the universe, the shit will like blow off or pop off in some unexpected way, in some unexpected place that you would rather not. So I would strongly encourage you to take a look and see what right now you might be resisting. If there's something that you give a great deal of, you care a great deal about and you're not doing anything about, confirmation, I would definitely give that a second glance. Like whatever this is that you're pretending like you're cool with, that you're not cool with.
Yeah. Weirdly, I see a lot of strength getting pushed into a union here, into your partnership, but I also see standstill at the end of it. So they definitely know you're putting a lot of effort forward into something, and in a sense it can align you, but they want to make sure that like you're taking a second to stop and make sure that it's going to be worth what you're giving it.
Yeah.
So in a sense, they don't want you to tip the scales too far outside of your own favor. So like if you're trying to help make an effect on something, that's great, but at the same time, like don't lose yourself in it.
Yeah.
Because you'll build up a resentment towards everything you've been working towards.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Can't forget to invest in your own independence, you know?
Yup.
When
Make sure you are included in your long-term goals and plans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good
Make sure
idea.
you're part of the fucking party.
That's a really good point. Okay, Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance.
It is interesting how quiet everybody has been.
Yeah, I know.
They're enthralled.
They're just taking it in. Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance. I feel like awareness and clarity is coming in when it comes to things that you care a great deal about, things that you love. I feel like you've been healing, you've been focusing on all the right things. But it's funny because right now the planet of Jupiter is blessing many of us. But it's like, despite the blessings, we can't get our minds out of the gutter. We can't get our minds out of the failures, the setbacks, the things that didn't go accordingly, despite the fact that we're getting massive wish fulfillment in the same hand. So I feel like Jupiter right now, as much as it's blessing us, I feel like this is a warning for the future. Like, if you're not appreciating or showing gratitude, these blessings will be short-termed and, short-lived. So...
Ooh, my dark side of this one's fun, though. In those times of lack, when you feel like those blessings are kind of short, like they're saying there's strength in that, though. Like, weirdly, one of the biggest drivers of change is anger. So sometimes if you're not feeling happy or if you're feeling down, the answer isn't always just to look for the light. Sometimes the answer is to get fucking pissed off. Sometimes the answer is to get yourself worked up, because that's the only way to motivate yourself out of a mind state. And also, I see gateway at the end of it all. So it's like they want you to feel like to power up for this change, like power up to kind of, in a sense, fight for your own joy. But also, like, this should have already been a decision. This should have been somewhere, a mind state that you should have been initially. I think it's almost weirdly a callback to what I was saying before. Like, make sure you are involved in your life plans. And this one's saying, like, also, like, make sure you're the fucking star, though. Because this is your life and your journey. Like, yes, everybody else you help along the way, that's great. But don't forget, like, you are the main draw here.
Amen. It's funny because in the planet of Saturn, which is like karma, it's also in retrograde right now. It says basically this is some kind of fresh start for you in your karmic wheel, which is interesting because I don't really see it like that before this reading. But I can understand why they're saying that. I feel like this is a fresh start for you. And right now, everything's running in your favor because that's how it always goes until you tilt the wheel, until you accrue karma. So it's almost like, I feel like a lot of us have been shedding a shit ton of our karma from the past, and now this is like a new, fresh start. But I feel like the dark side of it here is that, like, if you are dishonest or hold back your communication, you will be reprimanded with pieces of your future. So please be aware that your choices right now hold a great deal more weight than they typically do. And if you're not honest about the direction or being real with yourself or others moving forward, you will not move forward. You'll be where you belong, but you won't be where you thought you were going.
You be where you belong, not where you want to be.
Mm-hmm. Gulp.
Which is interesting, because this is kind of a confirmation to that. So I have universe in reverse, defenses in the upright, and then also flow in the upright. So kind of moving into that, a lot of us have, like she said, hey, we've had good luck. You know, we have benefits. It takes, maximum effort. It's kind of like Deadpool's maximum effort. You know what I mean? We just kind of like show up and the job's done. And that's always nice. But they kind of want us to wall off that thinking, because it's almost like we're all little birds and now our parents see our feathers. So it's kind of time to get ready for the push.
Get out of the nest.
We're going to get thrown the fuck out pretty soon. We better be able to fly. But also, like, this kind of going with the flow, though, is going to be a detriment to us as well. So, like, if we keep thinking, like, things are going to come this easy and we're just kind of expecting things to come naturally, it's not going to happen that way. Like, in a weird way, all of this natural riding and us, in a sense, doing what we need to do, following our intuition, allowing the natural flow to do what it does, it's put us in a state of almost stasis. And they're like, no, like, we still have to work, though, too. Like, just because it's easy doesn't mean we don't get to work. Just because it's easy means we should get more done. Take it as it resonates.
Amen. Preach. I'm just kidding. Take me to church now. Okay, anyways. Uranus. Planet of rebellion.
I need to grow up a little bit if we're going to keep talking planets.
How do they say it?
Uranus?
Uranus, there we go.
That's just as bad. I laugh at that almost
Uranus.
worse.
Okay, anyways. Yeah, it's the planet of rebellion. And I feel like many of us right now are not being very rebellious. And I feel like this is keeping us a little off course. I feel like we'd rather not stress ourselves out or worry about it, so we're just dropping it at the door. But this is knocking at your door for a very deliberate reason. They need you to come out and get your hands dirty and help create the change that, well, I feel like the world needs to see. I know that feels dramatic, but it's just what it is. You're going through a really big rebirth right now, and it's going to help persevere you through the difficulties that you've been experiencing. I feel like, honestly, Uranus is giving us a really nice little boost, but it feels real uncomfortable because you feel very off course throughout it.
I think I have another big fat confirmation. Well, being especially that this is, in a sense, rebellion, the planet of rebellion, I have the universe, separation in reverse, and then I have disruption in the upright. So it's kind of like the universe is done helping us as much as it has been. But the cool thing is, being in the state of rebellion, I feel like we're kind of being prepped for it. So, like, it's not like, this is like we're learning to ride a two-wheeler bike. Like, our parents still there. If we fall and bust our shit, we have, like, support. But at the same time, eventually they're going to let go of that seat. And we're going to have to pedal on our own. And weirdly, that's where I think the separation in reverse is coming through here so kind of so strongly. Is like the universe is like, they're gonna make us do it. They are going to make us ride alone, and it's up to us to make that change, though. This disruption, it's up to us to evolve when it comes time, because they're not gonna do it for us anymore.
Oh shit! The planet of Neptune. This is the planet of, like, illusions, psychic mysteries, blah-de-doo, that kind of shit. And I feel as though Neptune right now is warning many of us, meaning your intuition is warning many of you right now, that you are investing in things that are creating more instability in your life than stability. And I feel like this is preventing you from going where you need to go, taking the opportunities and creating the change in your life that you need to change. They're saying, and how you go is you don't have to jump over a cliff. You can put just like one foot in front of the other, is what they're saying. You don't have to do this like super dramatically, but you do need to cut your energy from feeding things that are not feeding you. It was very clearly a big message. I feel like once you do this, one foot in front of the other, you're going to feel almost instantaneously put on the pedestal that you belong on. I feel like, sure, you'll be a little emotionally cautious because this has been a fucking ride. But I feel like ultimately, at the end of the day, look around, see what is happening from those action steps, from those movements forward. I'm living in a bunch of illusions. Amen.
That cracks me the fuck up.
Me too. Me too.
I see possessions in reverse, wholeness, and partnership. So that's interesting. So like weirdly, we're all gonna feel like we're losing a bunch after.
I just want to say, because you said partnership, it's weird because the last 3 cards that I pulled was the Queen of Cups, can't remember, and the King of Cups. What was that? I don't know. It doesn't matter, but I did see a weird divine union. So I feel like for some people, Neptune is also, I feel like, a big part of the reason that we're seeing a lot of union connections happening. People getting pulled out of long-term relationships, entering into new ones. Like, it's almost like the universe is forcing us to be with who we need to be with emotionally right now.
Well, and for some reason, especially lately, every time I see partnership, I see a lot more of, like, alignment. The alignments, like, with ourselves. Like, a lot of people are really hedging all their bets on other people right now. And
yeah.
It is bad.
Yeah.
It is bad. But anyways, I see possessions in reverse if you don't achieve your own wholeness and achieve that alignment with yourself. So, like, that's really it. I think it's really kind of a big fat confirmation on what you're kind of saying here is if we don't start living for ourselves, how can we live for other people?
We can't. In case you were wondering, you can't. You can try, but you'll fucking fail. Watch. You'll fail. I don't mean it to be mean. I just mean it to be real.
I do it. I do it to be mean a little bit. That's my vibe, though.
You want to know why?
That's what you love about me.
You want to know why I know we can't? It's because I've tried. I've tried like billion times. He's 1,000,000,001. And every other way failed because it just doesn't fucking work that way. It literally just doesn't work that way. You cannot enjoy your partnership if all you live for is your partnership. And if you do make it to the end, I promise, you probably didn't enjoy it. All of it. Most of it. You probably
Name a
didn't
martyr
enjoy
that
most
was
of it.
happy to be nailed to a cross.
Thank you. Jesus wasn't happy about it either.
I mean, he knew his purpose and he served it, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure it fucking hurt. He could have wished, like, could we talk this out?
Not like that, but do you want your partner to feel like they're serving a fucking sentence with you? Great. They, like, put in the time. Like, no.
Or do you want your partner also to feel like you are serving them?
Ugh.
Also gross.
No. We don't want
maybe
this.
at times, just for funsies.
For
But
fun. Just for fun.
Right.
Anyways.
What's next? Are we out of planets?
No.
Cool. Oh, yeah, we haven't even got to Pluto yet. Is Pluto a planet?
That's the last one, Pluto.
Is Pluto a planet?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Okay, well, Pluto, the planet of power. Power.
It said no, yes. So I think
Dude,
that's the coin's way of saying it's a celestial body and not a planet.
That is the planet that rules over Scorpio. You know that?
I'm being a
Pluto
dick.
is the planet that rules over Scorpio. Does that mean nothing real rules over me?
The look of your face.
Is that why the only thing I'm good at is talking? Because Mercury rules Virgo. At least I got
More
that.
than talking. You better stop it. You're one of the most caring and empathetic people I've ever met.
Because I'm good at communicating that.
Cut it out.
Hey!
Cut it out.
Okay, planet of power. Let's see what's going on.
I stirred up a whole thing here. Everyone was quiet for a minute, and all of a sudden I said Pluto's celestial body, and the shit
This is
lit up.
hard. Life is hard, man. We're all just giving it all we got and doing the best we fucking got. Okay? Planet of Power looks interesting. Planet of Power is teaching us some shit right now is what's happening.
Oh,
I feel like we've all been lured down this path and they're like, hey, come over here, I have candy. And you're like, oh, candy? And then they come over and they're like, sucker punch. Not candy at all. Instead, it's just a punch to the face. And you're like, oh no. But really, this taught you something. Taught you something valuable. You might have felt held up, maybe even victimized from this punch for like a hot minute. But the reality is, it taught you maybe not just take everything for granted, or maybe not just trust everything that comes out of everybody's mouth. I feel like this finally made you prioritize your emotions and your fucking feelings about the situation and put an end to this whole BS. I feel like, honestly, Pluto is making you realize your own personal fucking power so you don't get punched in the face anymore. Nonsense. We don't need to live that life.
Maybe it's like just because you come across as a wiener dog doesn't mean you're not a wolf.
You're not a wiener dog, man. I love you.
You're glowing. It's so cute.
What's yours?
The celestial body of power says, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Throw your rocks. I don't care. I've seen what makes you cheer. I'm just kidding.
Scene.
So I have harvest in reverse, initiation, but in the upright. So that means it's up to you, bruh. And gateway. So one more hard truth, and then we'll get out of here. Well, maybe not in general, but out of this circumstance we've pickled ourselves into.
Pickled.
We are all wasting our fucking time, and we need to change it. And it's time to make a big decision. We all, like, in a sense, we all tend to pussyfoot around the important stuff, is what I really think it's kind of screaming at me right now, myself included.
Which is funny.
Very much so. It's
because
part of why I don't have any songs recorded.
Do you hear the overall message that you say over and over and over again to almost every single one of these people? Slow down.
Pay attention to myself.
Think more about it before you act. But the thing is that them and you and everyone in the world right now has thought the shit to death. It's time to just do something. In my opinion.
But I think, and I agree, like, I think the slow down part, and then weirdly with this too, especially now that you kind of bring that in and it ties in, is it's like, a lot of us don't act unless we're being hasty, though.
Slow down with the thinking. But that's what I'm
saying is, if we're going to think about it, then actually act on what we're thinking about instead of waiting until we're triggered and then acting. Like, I kind of feel like that's the vibe that it's saying.
But we're still waiting then. But then we're still waiting.
No. Like, the slow down part is basically, it's like, okay.
Yeah, reiterate the slow down part. Because I feel like, collectively, we all need to move. I feel like the fact that we're all sitting back, even though honestly, every single one of us has a plan we've killed to death. Mm-hmm. A plan we've killed to death. You, your music, me, my content, every one of you, your own individual things that you've been sitting there mulling over. And you want to know why I know every single one of us is doing this? Is because every planet is in fucking retrograde right now, making us all go within. However, we've been within for a long time. There are now action movements. I think the rushing part that he keeps talking about is they don't want you to complete steps 1 through 20 that you've been hyper fixated on. They just want you to take step 1 and then 2 and then eventually 3 and so on and so forth. But I feel most of us do not want to move to step 1 until we can get down to step 20, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like, and it's just all done all at once because we're avoiding conflict. Sorry.
Could be.
I had to go on the run. That's how I feel.
So usually when I'm telling someone to calm down, it's because I feel like they're about to do something stupid. I'll put it that way. So, like, it's not really about, like, slow down and let things happen. It's really about don't fuck this up, usually, is what, like, my slow down aspect is. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the wasting time is really just that. Like, most people won't take action unless they're, like, pissed off. Or unless they, like, suddenly feel justified to lose their shit and let somebody have it. Stuff like that. They're like, oh, I stepped into my power today. And it's like, fucking did you? Or are you just wasting time? Sure, you flexed your power, good job, but that's not exactly stepping into it. So, like, with the harvest in reverse and the initiation of change, like, I think that's pretty much just it, is they want us to stop wasting time on the small shit that we do give our energy to and actually start putting forth effort towards what, like, we're driving towards. So, like, if you're pissed off at the barista for not putting creamer in your coffee, don't throw it at her fucking face. Get over it, man up, and drink it with just sugar for once. I don't mean to say man up. That's toughen up is a better word. But, drink it with just your fucking sugar. Move on with your life. Don't let it ruin your fucking day. And at the same time, the gateway in the long run is like, we all have that decision to make, though. Either we can let the small little bumps in the road feel like mountains and they can fucking stop us from getting anywhere, or we can look at them as bumps in the road and enjoy the ride because now it's getting weird.
Why do you have one sock off?
Man, you're in a weird state right now.
I don't know.
You don't even know why?
No.
Yeah, your ramen are spicy.
I added more than I added to yours on accident. I got the slit too big, and I looked away because Skink was batting at my feet, and half the packet went in, and it was too late.
Blushing. Some spiciness. Yeah, no, this is... I've been having to pace myself on this.
Look how
and
much
I
is
like-
still left of yours.
I don't know what that means, but it seems crazy. Can you throw that away just so we don't reuse it for more?
You
We
don't
cannot
want it?
we cannot allow the evil to spread.
No, you
Don't
need
put
to-
it in there though. Put it in something
You
plastic.
need to see this
Oh,
though. It's
the
like,
knight in shining armor
look how
card.
dark it is.
The Knight in
Wow.
Cups
Look at-
is about taking action passionately about something that he feels. So, like, if he cares about something, then he'll charge towards it, you know?
Kind
This is
of
why
like
it kind of gets a rep as the Knight in Shining Armor. What?
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say kind of like the spiritual warrior rune. That's what it sounds like. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Too much energy
Alright.
drink.
Yes, son. But yeah, the short skinny of it, anyways. So there's our collective.
What did we think? The dark side always throws the mood a little bit, but it's okay. Everybody's thinking now.
Are you thrown?
No, I feel like it's thrown here. It got very quiet.
That was fun. I
It
love
was
the
fun.
dark
I like
side. Oh, it's 10 o'clock on the dot. 1, new beginnings. Here it goes, guys. Now we have all the information. Time to
Oh.
trudge forth.
Need some
Walk
guidance
on
real
to-
quick. What are we looking for, hippie? What type of guidance?
What's up, girlfriend? Where we at, left?
I think hippie's a dude. Pretty big beard for a chick.
I can't ever
I
tell.
clicked on the picture. I cheated.
I'm ready to do a cord cutting. Okily dokily. We can do a cord cutting for sure. Can I have a message, please, for sure, Tony Baloney?
Let's throw Tony a bone.
Tony Baloney. I'm a dude. I'm sorry. I have like 3 chicks that come in here that are named Hippie, and I just assumed you were one of them because I saw that. So I apologize.
And not to mention, it's weirdly few far in between that a dude strolls in here and interacts with the rest of us. Unless it's something weirdly inappropriate or hyper clever.
Yeah.
Gotta say, some of these guys, I'm not even mad. Like, good-
Oh, shit.
well played, dude.
Oh, good. Tony Baloney, I've got gratitude for you. I feel like there's just something about needing to show a deeper level of appreciation for your life right now. I know, not everyone, interesting, is where it needs to be, but it will be. And I feel like right now there's still, in the meantime, a lot of things to appreciate for where we've gotten, where we've come from, all that good shit.
I do see flow in reverse, so weirdly, it's not like the typical ones where I'm kind of telling you to go against the flow. Like this one, it's almost like get ready for a change in the flow. Like, you know, like the current's going to sweep you in another direction, but it's going to be totally cool and awesome. Grab your inner tube and your 6-pack.
Skadoodle.
Yeah, it feels like a chill ride.
Do 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 do. Comment your name if you'd like a free card pull.
What chord are we cutting?
Thanks for tapping the screen. I don't know.
See,
I
knew
haven't
didn't
gotten
want a
anything
message.
yet.
Thank you. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying the flow of shit's going to change? Oh my goodness. Baloney.
We're having an emotional time today.
Baloney, you're lucky you don't come to my lives. Let me tell you. I'm just
Why?
kidding. Actually,
I was like,
I was
what?
gonna say, I'm just kidding. Baloney actually receives information very well. He really does.
The Ashley part, not you. LOL. Oh, the gratitude. Oh, shit.
I was
Well,
like, what the fuck did I say? I took that personally.
Rebecca, I've got integrity. I feel like right now they're asking you to make sure that you're handling yourself in a way that you feel good about. And I don't necessarily feel like you might be doing nefarious things, but I feel like people around you might be roping you into something that you don't feel exactly keen on. And I feel like saying, just make sure you stand up for what you believe in and you don't compromise that for anyone.
Well, this one's for Rebecca, right? I do have the journey rune for you, Rebecca, so it's kind of like mind your path. Like, kind of like a big fat confirmation from a lady here is make sure you know where you're walking. Like, whether or not you're walking with somebody else, like if they're walking off of your path, like if you know where you're headed and someone is kind of veering off of that, you don't got to fucking follow them. Why slow down? Like, fuck them. Let them go figure it out on their own. Or maybe your paths just minorly intersected and now they have somewhere else to be. And if that's the case, cool. But I think I see a lot of like, stay on yours though. And make sure you are there.
Yes. 100%. 100%.
1,000,000,000%.
I'm actually happy to see the both of you on it at this time. Yay. We're happy to see you. Wow,
we seen
right
you
on.
before,
Cool. Thanks,
Hippie?
guys. You're welcome, Rebecca. I think so. I think he's been in both of our rooms. That's what I'm saying. There's like a bunch of them. A bunch of hippie usernames,
Yeah, it's hard to say.
But,
There's a bunch of hippies.
I'm pretty sure. I asked for guidance, and here you are. Boom. Yes. I was like, pretty sure I recognize you. By recognize, I mean slightly grassy background with blue figure. That's how I recognize people. I'm not even kidding. When you guys fucking change your profile pictures, my whole world is like blown up. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, Iris keeps
coming
me
in
guessing. And Iris is always changing the spelling of her name. I don't even know if it's the same lady.
It's like your face. You know what I mean? To me, that's your face. Sania, what's up? What? I can't aim it at finances, but we'll see what you need to hear. Oh, you're going through a rebirth, big transformations, big changes. So if you're dealing with financial situations, understand that you're going through rather large shifts right now, which is probably putting stress on that. And I feel like the more you lean in, the more it'll go faster, and you will get into a place where you're comfortable again. Years? What? Huh? Sha-na-na-na-na?
Iris said she's going to keep changing it to fuck with us.
Your picture? Well, Iris, I always know it's you because I actually sort of remember your username, except for when you changed your username.
That's what I'm saying.
And your picture. I'm like, wait a minute.
About.
But then you have an aura badge. So then I'm like, it's got to be you. Like, who else would it be? You know what I mean? Like, how did I not recognize somebody subscribe? So anyways, that's generally how I get down to the meat of it. I keep my pick the same just for you. I knew it. Did I tell you that I thought your picture was a dog for the longest of times? Because, again, I'm telling you that I view these from this distance. And so I see a gray thing with a dark thing and two legs. But I didn't realize they were your physical legs. I thought they were like a dog's front legs. And like your body was like the headish. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep, actually.
So anyways, I thought your
Now
picture
that
was
you say
a dog
it,
for the
yeah.
longest time.
Yeah.
But then I like zoomed in on it one day and I realized it was you in a dancing move and I felt so bad.
It does kind of.
I know, click everyone's
It
profile.
almost looks like a silhouette.
Is this a karmic lifetime? Oh fuck. Aren't they all karmic lifetimes?
I would hope so. Well, what's the point?
Yes, I believe it is a karmic lifetime.
Right. Hippie said he is kind of looking for some confirmation. If you could maybe pull a card. For,
I'm sorry.
What he's doing is
If you should get the cord cutting?
Yeah. I'm assuming if the one that he's choosing is correct.
Oh, okay, so give me the two options of the names that you want to do cord cuttings with, and then I'll see which one they think is the stronger cut.
Do you have a back scratcher in here?
Back scratcher?
I thought I got it, but I didn't.
I did have one in here, but I don't know if it's still in here.
Alright, I'll go get mine.
Should have did. I don't think so.
I don't know what's going on, but my back is attacking me.
Oh no, like hurting again?
No. Just
Oh, that's weird, because my back's fucking itching.
yeah.
Yeah, like right...
Right shoulder blade.
No, mine's lower left.
Huh? Opposing quadrants. Look at that. Interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea, but it keeps itching. That's funny.
Someone fucking.
I'm not a dog, for the record. I know you're not. You're not a dog at all. Not even a little bit.
Calm me down.
But I'm telling you, I see it from this distance, so like I'm just, and I already have like, oh no, I could reach mine. It was at the bottom. Yeah.
I was dying.
If you're saying the name's Hippie, it's being censored.
Can I say
I
Spark?
haven't seen a name yet. A Spark? Oh.
Hippie, where have you gone?
It takes a long time sometimes. That fucking delay drives me nuts.
Yeah, I was caught up on 4G once trying to interact with Kim today when she was doing my dragon reading or whatever, and my answers were taking like 3 minutes to get to her. It was wild.
Yeah. Sometimes the delay is intense. Like, capping. It's difficult. It's either myself or Laura that needs a cutting. It's not relationship wise.
Oh, like an old self. I see. I get that vibe.
Does he need to cut cords with himself or Laura?
Our conversations.
Okay, they both should be done, but definitely yourself is priority. The first two I flipped were like match that, but then I flipped again and it leaned towards yourself. So I would say yourself. Mm-hmm. I feel like I need to cut my old up. You know?
Yeah, we're punching for alignment right now. That's kind of what I saw too. I yanked one out just for funsies, and I would definitely say, because partnership came up, and I think, yeah, if you're trying to cut a cord with somebody else, then partnership should be your focus. I'm assuming it wants you to align with the new you.
I do, Iris. Ooh, I'm shaking with anticipation. Yeah. Welcome.
Why is my back attacking me right now?
Dude, I don't know. Is there a demon in there? Ask if there's an energy that's
I was thinking about that, and I told it to get out from me, but it seems like it's more fun than scary, and this is annoying, because now's not the time for games.
Is it a new energy? Is that what it is?
Maybe. I don't know. It's bothering me, though. Itching is not appreciated. Ever. Iris wants you to pull a spirit guide card.
A spirit animal?
Mm-hmm. I could see that, though, Hippie. I think a lot of us could definitely cut cords with who we used to be. I used to suck. I let that guy go a long time ago. I was an angry little dwarf guy. Yeah, you guys would never know that. There was one time where I walked, like, there was a time during my life where I walked around and I was just a prick. Just mean. Actually, you guys probably could have guessed that. Because now I'm just kind of like
that's
a prick
crazy.
with a sense of humor.
Yeah. Stop it.
I was mad at the world and wanted it to know it.
I think we've all been through those phases where we haven't been the best of people. But the important part is like that you recognize that you want to change that, you know? You gotta stop that. I keep thinking.
I know. I didn't even do it on purpose. It's just my hands are a little sweaty, so every time I do this, that's the same look my teachers used to give me. Because they knew it was me, but they couldn't prove it. Yeah. I was a good liar. Hippie, though, I do gotta say, man, big claps, man. That level of accountability is impressive. All right, I respect the shit out of that.
100%.
That's cool, dude.
It was definitely. I was a big ass liar. But I'm manic bipolar. In all fairness, I care a lot about the truth, but I will exaggerate the shit out of some stuff. And so, like, I don't know. I, like, had a cleansing of the soul.
A big thing, especially if you have the means, is therapy. Like, generally, 9 times out of 10, I'm never one to exactly tell someone to run to a professional, but especially with, like, certain aspects like this, like, if it's complicated, because if you're very used to lying to other people, you can also be very used to lying to yourself. Now, I know you are holding yourself accountable and being forthright right now, but at times, a lot of lies you might have been telling yourself over the years can be shrouding very important points that you need to, like, you know, confront. So if I would say you don't feel a lot of progress, like, obviously tap into yourself, tap into alignment, but at the same time, like, there is help out there to help redirect certain behaviors like this, because I know habits like that can be very hard to, like, adjust. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on the rant, but
no, 100%. Iris, I've got armadillo spirit. Set healthy boundaries. They want you to be more aware of your protection and who you allow in and what you allow in and what you're okay with. You know, just bring attention to that. There's your spirit animal one.
Or protect someone else's boundaries.
Was last night's cord cutting successful for the Tony Ballone?
Bologna, how'd your cord cutting go?
The Bologna.
Yes.
Success.
I do have a yes, no, no, though. So, like, it is successful, but also, like, you need to make sure, like, you're also backing it up. Like, feed that separation, you know, in a sense, like, you know.
That's the one thing about
embrace it, not feed it, but embrace that separation. That's what I meant to say.
That's the one thing about cord cuttings is they always can reattach that energy.
You know, hippie, same thing, bro. Same reason I was kind of a dickhead to everybody is because I had a fucked up childhood. I didn't like anybody that I lived with, and I didn't like anybody even less that I didn't live with. So I get it, man.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, it does kind of
Fucking
suck because, like,
childhoods.
especially at a young age, when you decide you have a bone to pick with the world, it does things. Like, it changes your mind state in general. Like, it's hard to explain. But I always kind of feel bad for people in that herd.
Lower your voice, Shiloh.
Mothman.
Ka-chow.
Mothman. He always showing up at the weirdest times. Little red eyes. Screaming right
Oh,
now.
lordy.
First I'm too quiet, now I'm too loud. Goodness gracious.
It's generally how it goes.
It's because the fan's not on. That's why nobody could hear me before. I told you, it was a fan.
You can hear me.
It's because you're right next to the phone.
I'm as close as you are.
I wonder if it thinks I'm the TV when your fan's on.
Maybe.
So it might be filtering me out.
Perhaps. I'm actually scared to do this.
Don't be scared. This is fun. It's exciting.
Are you getting on the list to do that? I can start setting it up if you're sending on over. I sneak in, Dougie. Just sneaking on in.
I like you, Dougie.
I hear you fine saying the things loudly.
Oh, I get it. Mothman, you're a trip. When you said you were mostly gay, I died inside.
Why?
It was the timing.
Oh.
Like, I don't even remember why it came up, and out of nowhere, he's like, I'm mostly gay. I was like, what? Oh, man.
Mostly, yeah.
Homie kills me, though. Dougie, I appreciate you, man.
You guys. Oh my gosh. What is
Everybody's
everybody?
quiet.
I know. It is a real quiet night in here. I'm not going to lie.
It's because we're dabbling in the darkness. And you're usually very love and light in this room, so now it's different. You're like, fuck.
Is that what this is?
Oh, I was trying to match. That's right. We were trying to match her with Andrea because of her Eat My Biscuits and Gravy. And he's like, I love me some biscuits and gravy. So we were like trying to link them. And he's like, I'm mostly gay. No.
I've got nothing much to say. I don't think many of us do anymore.
No, I feel like it's been a portal date. That's for sure.
How was yesterday?
No, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's almost like we're all kind of like,
Hungover.
oof.
The hungover energy bullshit. I feel like that literally happens like all the time with all of them. Some of them are worse than others, but there's always like this haze afterwards. I'm already in bed with lights out. Dude, I'll be joining you
When
soon.
are all this stuff getting out of retrograde?
Dude, not soon
It's
enough.
cyclical. That's the problem. It's all going back eventually anyways.
Unfortunately, a lot of this shit is going to be kind of occurring until like November.
Or forever. Whatever. I'm just kidding. November sounds good.
But then it's probably going to be like crazy. Like forward, pushing, all the insane energy. Hence where I'm at now. Yeah, 100%. It was amazing. This one was confusing. Well, it's confusing because it's highlighting all your fears and worries and insecurities. So you can like finally end that cycle. Finally heal what's necessary to heal to move forward.
Well, that's what it comes down to.
It's like learning difficult mother effing lessons. I just want forward movement. Oh, it sounds about right. November. Yeesh. Nothing nobody wants, man. Not too long.
I say it always falls in the fall.
It always falls in the fall.
Yeah. And it's a song I heard. I can't remember who it's by.
Okay. This summer was crazy. It was busy. A lot of good things happened, but I feel like a lot of reflective moments occurred, you know, making us go within, challenging us to see the bigger picture or the smaller one, depending on the fucking week. And I feel like it's like really giving us a crash course on what it is that we need to do to move forward. Like move forward in a real way, though, like in a way that we're satisfied and happy, you know, like genuinely happy. I feel like for so long we've been living in these like illusions and these lies and just trying to make shit work that we don't even really want to work. you know, and just being miserable while we truckle along and try to do it all. And the reality is none of us are happy doing it. So why are we doing it? Why are we feeding this energy? Why don't we choose to struggle in a different way where we get gains, rewards, results, you know? I feel like that's what it's showing us, so I guess that's what we're doing. La-di-da-di-da.
I had to eat this cookie because for some reason they made very spicy food.
Okay.
And my mouth hurt. Oh, I need water too, damn it.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, hippie. All right, guys. I think we're going to get out of here if we are not needed from anyone else. I love you all. Charles was eating a cookie. He ran away. Baby, come back. I will be a fool for you. He's run away. He's gone. He's in the abyss. I appreciate you, hippie. See you tomorrow. Yes, yes. Baby, you gonna come say goodbye?
Yep.
It's coming.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Love you all. We'll see you later. And
You guys have a good one.
don't forget to follow Shiloh if you're not already following him. And he goes on live between noon. Have you figured out your time? Is it noon?
Noonish, yeah, noon.
Noonish. This guy. Okay, so noonish. He'll be on live if you want to catch him. And I'll be live tomorrow at 9 as per usual, 9 Central. There he is right down there. He just popped in. I'll pin him. But yeah, you can give him a follow. And then I'll be on at 9 as per usual. I love you all.
See you all around.
Very much. And I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.